Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're going to be getting started on the Pichonnie Valley map by Black Sheep Modding. Now, I was part of pre-release for this, and I have been dying to get my hands on this map, get in here, have some fun, play around with it, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go through, we're going to sell all of the base game equipment that it gives us, or at least all the equipment that it gives us. We're going to buy kind of the necessities. We've got some grass work, we've got some wheat on there. I think that's wheat. Yes, wheat. So we've got all of that. We need to get enough equipment just to get that started. Then we're going to bring our money down and see where we can get it. To like $966 bajillion dollars right now. 1,000, I know, it's 1,000. If you didn't know, this is Julian. He is the real life owner of this farm in real life. Black Sheep Modding actually got permission to model his farm. This is also pretty close to the 24-hour of Le Mans race, or at least where it's held. It's Le Mans. A lot of cool stuff with this map, dude. We open up, there's like stuff everywhere. I don't even know why that opens, but we've got that. We can open up this. Whew, it's all over the place. But one of the cool things is this area through here, whenever we put some straw down, we can actually get manure off of this. So we're not going to be mucking it out, but it's kind of like that. So we've currently got animals, we've got base game equipment, and you would call that something. And I want to start with nothing. So let's get rid of everything. Easy way to do that, just go into vehicles and just start getting rid of stuff. As cool as the shop is on the map, I think I'm just going to rent out this area up here to use this as my own personal shop. So let's just... there we go. Click that. First things first, we need a tractor, and I can't imagine any tractor being better on this map than the John Deere 9RX. I'm just kidding. We need some tractors, though. I'm thinking a Fendt Favorite 800, at least for one of the two tractors. This thing's pretty sweet. Got a big engine in it, 230 horsepower, so we can run some nice mowers with it. I think this is the one, dude. I'm also thinking a Favorite 600. So this is the LSA 8793. It looks pretty cool. I don't quite know about the color, but you know what? Why not? All the colors are going to be a little off anyway. We may as well. I think we're going to need a couple weights. We'll get a couple of these. I mean, we got to have a baler, and we may as well use the baler that's made by the people that made the map. I need more stuff too. But oh my gosh, this has a turbo blow off. Listen to this. It didn't do it. Hang on. Here we go. It's just little. Oh, it's so cool. This one does not have a blow-off valve, but it feels like it has unlimited torque, and that's insane. We're gonna need a combine harvester, and we can do one of two things. We can either go for this one, which is base game, or this one, which is a mod. It's still base game, but it's like the Fendt version of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think we go with this. Of course, we gotta get the header for it, and the header trailer. Do we get the corn head to go with it as well? I don't really do corn. I'm getting it anyway, just in case. All right, how's all that stuff looking? I did kind of move a few things around a little bit. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's grab it all. Another thing is we got both, so at least we can utilize both in some capacity if I need to do one crop over the other. That'll be worth it. And because these are base game recolors, it should snap in. Yeah, it does. That's a good looking setup if I do say so myself. When it comes to mowers, I got a couple Pottinger mowers. So we've got one here for the front, the Nova Alpine 301. And then whatever this one is in the back. Does it say what it is? Nope. It's a different one. Yeah, different one. I should probably go take these weights and put them away. Oh, that's far down. Oh, yeah. Nice. Man, this thing sounds so good on the inside, dude. Oh, that's awesome. I'm fairly positive that the tractors are going to go in this shed. So why don't we go ahead and come down here, open it up, and put the weights in here. Oh, I should have brought both weights with me. Man, you know what? Let's try and run first person here. Try and get these, let's say balers, mowers on. All right, so that's one. We're still gonna need something to do silage with, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna do silage, dude. Let's see. Get it. Got it. And then fold it up. I think this is a pretty sweet mowing setup and one of the coolest sounding tractors ever. It's got a blow-off valve. That's awesome. I do have a couple things here in line to kind of go put away. I think we need to take the combine harvester and put it away as well. It's going to go down here on the right-hand side. We got to make sure we don't miss the turn. Here it is. It is kind of tight getting in and out of here, but it does work. So that's good. I gotta figure out where to put the stuff. I forgot, there's a bunch of junk in the way. Can we delete the junk? There's a lot of junk. Can I? It's not letting me touch it. I can't touch the junk. No, don't quote that. I don't think this stuff has collisions. Oh. No, it definitely does. Oh, but the shed doesn't. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to figure something out, because this stuff is, well, it's large. Quite some big equipment. I worry about this a little bit. That is a big baler, and on paper, we've got about 55 extra horsepower, more than we need for that baler. But I tell you what, if we get that thing down like on a hill, and there's a lot of hills on this map, I don't think we're gonna have a good time. So I think I've gotten everything together that we need. We've got a fertilizer spreader there. We've got our seeder here. I've got a disc so we can disc stuff up. Mowers are already down there, which is nice. Got a plow. We've got an auto loading trailer. And I believe as well that this is a French brand, so it should fit perfectly on this map. We got spot tools here. Got a tedder. We got a windrow, and I've got a loading wagon, and we've got a tipper trailer, which I believe is also French. Yep, right there it is. So we should have some stuff that fits absolutely perfectly on this map. And we just got to get everything moved down. After that, we'll come through, we will remove some money, and I think we'll be about ready to actually start working. So I'm going through, and I'll be honest with you guys, this building right here does me no good. Zero good. It's a cool building. It really is. Like, you got lights in here and stuff. That's super cool. And it even, like, provides a little barrier between here and the chicken coop, but it doesn't actually do anything. So I think we're gonna have to get rid of it, as long as it'll let me. Here we go. Sell it for 25,000. Yes, please. All right, good. Nothing else sold. Thank goodness. And we just need to come in here and put something down. That's the same building. No, I don't want that one. What if we could take like 3 of these, right? This brick building right here. So this is from the Pichonnie buildings pack. So it's for this map specifically. We can also do one of these as well, but we already have one right over there. So, yeah. So what if we do like this? We'll put like one over here, like right there-ish. Yeah. Then we just do another one. Do that like right there. Yeah. And then we could do like one here. So we get the best of all these worlds, and we actually get like all of our buildings right here. Bam. This is great. There's so much extra space here now. Yeah. And I got a little courtyard to turn around. Oh, I'm so excited about that. I can't tell if this is the correct one or not. Let's see, dirt, gravel. I don't know, man, which one is what. But oh, I think that's it. Oh, sweet, perfect. You know what? I think that looks great. That is really good through here. Yeah. I really didn't want to like start changing stuff up, but we had to. Slowly but surely getting everything back and putting it away. We've got 2 more trailers. One's a bell trailer and one is going to be our tipper trailer. I did have to buy another weight because the other one wasn't enough. We still have all of the weights, but this weight's going to be put away with this disc. So there are a couple more things that I totally forgot. Number 1, we're going to need some kind of thing with a bucket. I've decided to go for a self-propelled, that is a large bucket. I did not realize how large this bucket was. How about we get a different one? Well, it's not often that I use something that's not all platforms, but I thought, you know what? Let's go for it. I think there's a lizard version of this anyway. I don't know. I haven't used articulated loaders much, and by much, I mean I haven't used articulated loaders. Yep. It's not been a thing of mine. First person is not good, but it does extendo cuz, which allows us to get in and out of sticky situations, which is good. Oh, I forgot the trailer. Crap. Backs uphill very nicely, so that's good. All right, there we go. We want to make sure we got that thing. This is going to be transporting all of our liquid stuff like milk, slurry. Yes, same trailer. Get over it. And this will likely be going about right here. Actually, both of these we're going to go right there because there's nowhere else to put them. Lastly, we got this bad boy, right? Meow. I have started using some Hispano modding conversions of self-propelled stuff like this. Wait, does that not have a collision on it? Hey, you ought to bet it. It's got a collision with me, but not the ground. Interesting. Okay. This will allow us, I think, to utilize some of these bunkers that are here and actually do like silage the proper way. I get messed for it all the time about not doing it the right way. And maybe this is our chance. Maybe this is what we do. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I'll be honest, I don't know where to put this. So, I guess down at the cow barn? What better place to put it than here? Boom. Right there it is. All right. So we've got that. That's done. We've got our cows around here somewhere. Yeah, these guys. We are going to sell the ones that are in here just so that we've got kind of like the normal amount of each one. We're going to come in here. We're going to get our Holsteins. And I think we're going to get, if we can get 50, I'll take 50. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of money. Definitely not me filling it up with 160 cows when I said I was going to do 50 only. Well, there's that. And we are at $346,000 in the bank after that $1 million that we get at the beginning. So I think we're going to take all of that and bring all that down to, I don't know, 25 grand. Does that seem good? There we go. 25,000 bucks. And that is what we've got to work with from the start of the series. Today's goals are pretty straightforward. What we need to do is we need to mow these pastures. We've also got a zish field right here full of wheat. We need to get that. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I bought one extra field to start off with as well. This little guy in here, this is also a grass field. And we'll go from there. I'm also going to show you how to get rid of these fences. So here's what we got. This little guy right here, all we got to do is click that, and you can see the green goes from on to off. And all those fences just get gone. Ah, I love it. So cool. It does the same thing down here as well. So we just come in here, we find our box. There's a box, and turn it off. Now, it doesn't work on every field on this map, just the ones that kind of look like that a little bit. But the ones we've got, it does work with. Thank goodness. There's a couple other fields as well around that we don't own. Hopefully, we'll be able to take care of those eventually, but not right now. Also forgot to turn that off, so there we go. Oh yeah, and there's a place for cows right here as well. There's like 3 cow barns on this main farm. First things first, who do we take? I think we go right here. Yeah, this thing's got a blow-off valve and it sounds absolutely awesome. Let's bring it out. Let's see if we can get it to trigger here. Almost. Hang on. Let's bring it back around again. It's so cool, man. Oh, that's awesome. All right, where's my mowers at? The interior of this thing makes a lot of noise, though. I will give it that much. Holy cow, does it make some noise. There we go. There's my HUD. I don't know why my HUD was off. Now, I'm not the best when it comes to trying to mow stuff. So I'll be quite interested to see, does the worker, the GPS here, does it know how I want to go? You know what? I think it does. Does it really? I've got the offset and everything. Well, I think we're good. And yes, I do have the GPS in here. I installed it. I made sure to make that work. I think it's called Lizard GPS, but it works. How we mow's really not going to matter a whole lot. Oh my gosh, that is loud. That is very, very loud. And we don't have a whole lot of power. Oh, come on. Come on. You know you want to go. Go, 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 go. All he does is want to sit here and change gears over and over again. Woo. There we go. We're moving now. Because these 2 grass fields are right beside each other, I am going to just kind of go back and forth between the 2 of them like this. And we'll see how much trouble we can get ourselves into up here right beside this cow pasture. But at least going downhill is good. Yeah, it drives all right. Let's jump into first person for a minute and just see. Yes. Very happy with that. You know, I chose some older tractors for a reason. I always use new tractors, new equipment for like everything. And I thought, at least with this series, maybe we could just give it a try and do something a little bit different. And I remember why I hate the transmission in all of these old tractors. At least for my setup, it's awful. I think this will be a big tell right here, how this goes across. There we go, we got that. Trying to line that up as best we can. We will have to come through and plow this up, and we're probably going to have to reseed a lot of this seed, but I think we'll be all right. We've got a disc, we got a plow, we've got a seeder, we got everything we need. Tell you what I really need to do, honestly and truthfully, I should probably have some kind of switch here on the side that's allowing me to change gears, because right now, this doesn't know what it's wanting to do. And it's really obvious that the in-game gearing sucks. Because he went from third to fifth there. Fifth is too much. And now he's going to go down to third again. Oh, nope, let's go down to first. This sucks. I'm going so slow that the GPS turned off. Gosh. Let's stop that for a moment. I'm sure I've got something around here that'll work with this. You know, I probably have something somewhere, but can't find anything right now. Nothing that I want to use. Plus, if I utilize anything, is that about right there? Where that? Oh, that is still on the field behind me. Why is it still on that field? Look, this is game stuff. This has nothing to do with the map. Let's just say I remember why I don't use vehicles like this. Oof. They sound super cool until you make them do something. Oh well, enough complaining. What we need to do is we need to make silage and we need to be making hay. I don't need grass, so we're cool with that. But we need silage and we need hay. And I don't know how much of each I want to make or need to make. I do have a mod that's going to help us out with silage a lot, which is fantastic. I still don't quite know how I'm going to do the silage. Are we going to do it in a bunker? Are we going to do it live action? I hadn't figured that one out yet. Live action, I mean like bells and stuff. We do have a baler. We don't have a wrapper though. Got tired of dealing with the GPS. All it's going to do is cause me trouble. So I'm just going to do it without it. So we're going to have to go up and down a lot. And I don't think that this tractor's got what it takes to do this. I think we're going to swap it out. Unfortunately, the lack of control on my end right now, because I have everything set to automatic, that lack of control is what's causing the issues today. Now, if we throw another, I don't know, 150-ish horsepower, maybe it's 100, I don't remember how much horsepower either one of these have at this point. If we throw a little bit more power at it, will it like fix the problem? All right, let's see if we can utilize GPS again and see what kind of trouble that this will get us into here. Let's go ahead and turn everything on, go forward. All right, all right, all right. Now this has also got a power shift transmission in it. So we will see if this is good, any better, something for sure. As a matter of fact, I don't have enough room to turn around, so we're gonna have to do another headland anyway. So far, it's not having a whole lot of trouble going forward. So, there it goes, there it goes. So gonna change gears, it does. We're in fourth, third, yeah, up to fourth again, but it's too much. Don't do things in hilly environments with power shift transmissions in Farming Simulator 25 when you have no control over the transmission. AKA, don't do what I'm doing. It's not working. There we go. Now I got some room to turn around in here. So I've got it set up for 3 headlands, but now we can kind of bring that back down to 2, and we should work a-okie dokie. So now, hit that, set it up. It was still pretty rough. Honestly, the transmission's a bit useful when trying to do some mowing. These mowers require, what, less than 100 horsepower together? This tractor's got 300 something, 230? I can't even remember. Should be just fine. Importantly, it goes downhill really well. How many times have I said that? All right, let's knock out these 2 fields real quick. I think we can do this. So here it is. We've knocked it out, both fields. And we got it done. I don't know how much time. I've got it set on half-time speed right now. So that's that. We've also got this other grass field over here as well. We need to hit that. And as soon as that's done, at least all the grass mowing's going to be done for now. Now, this field's a bit interesting. I'll be honest with you. I'm actually trying to do some of this at first person because it's just way easier than it is doing it in third. But the transmission still, man, I tell you what, as soon as we can get some money and we can get a CVT, I'm going to be doing that because this is tough. All right, well, at least this one is now done. There was some grass over here. I thought, yeah, there it is. We'll go ahead and knock this out. Boom, boom, come on. Oh, I hope by the next time we mow, I don't have to use one of these tractors for it. So I did a thing. I went and downloaded a mod called Adjustable Engine Power. What it allows me to do is it allows me to jump in here and give it up to a 20% boost. Basically doing like a stage 1, a stage 2 to 3, stage 3 kit on it. So I'm going to try. Oh gosh, it costs $7,500. No! We're going to try and give it some beans, man. Beans indeed. And I really hope that that helps in some way, shape, or form. I really hope that this helps. Because if it doesn't, oh, I'm going to have just such an awful time with these tractors. Let's drop that off there. I can definitely feel that it gets up and wants to, like, move faster, but it's probably because I'm not in the field mowing right now. So there's that. Let's give it a try for the same thing here. Ooh, $7,500. Oh man, I had 10 grand left. Hopefully this gives us the power that we need. Oh, I really hope so. Definitely feeling like it's got a little bit more boost, so that's good. So basically gave it like another, what, 30 horsepower or something like that. Seems like it's moving quicker. This is good. Hopefully I don't blow these engines up. I can only imagine. Alrighty. So, what we gotta do now is we gotta windrow this grass up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got the one that like takes forever to unfold because I thought it would be cool. I don't know if it is or not. I can't decide. Was that cool? I don't know. So what I'm not gonna be doing is using the GPS. However, I am gonna utilize the lines that it's got, so I can see about where I'm supposed to go. And I think that'll help me a lot. So, also, this doesn't kick it in, it kicks it all the way over. So as we go here, it takes this whole windrow and pushes it all the way to the side. I haven't driven a windrow like this before, so this is gonna take me a little bit of time. Please bear with me. Actually, it might be a good idea to utilize the GPS. I will admit that. So what'll happen is basically we run the windrow. We've got a 6 meter-ish on this side. We kind of run the exact same thing on the other side, push it all in towards the center. And then when we pick it up, we pick up like everything in the middle. Does that make sense? Yeah. I think the big issue here is going to be doing everything between these two fields. So we need to go here. There we go. And then turn that off. And just keep going. It's not going to reset, but what we need to do is go in here and just kind of boop, boop, boop. There we go. And now we're back to normal. Okie dokie. All right, let's see what we can do about hitting at least the first round of this field. We'll bring you back whenever we do the second one. No, I forgot I had crop destruction on. Well, that's what I get, isn't it? Sure is. All right, I'll be honest with you too. Look at this. It's going up the hill fine. Now, this requires less power than the mowers did, but Hey, I'm cool with it. It might just be the saving grace I needed, was that extra boost of power. Just got to remember to turn that off for mod videos. That's not going to be good. So now that we've done that, I'm going to come down here and kind of go in a reverse a little bit. Here we go. And now all that kicks in towards the center. And all I got to do is just kind of follow this little green old line right here. And I think we will be good to go. All right, so I'm very happy with this, very excited. This is gonna make picking everything up so much easier. Okay, we'll knock this out. We'll knock out the first headland and I guess knock out the rest of this field. It's not gonna take long. Welcome back. We have almost finished up and I've noticed that I'm pretty sure anyway, there's crop destruction for the grass. I had no idea. That's very cool, very cool. Also, this thing definitely had the power to get everything done that I needed to do. Very happy. All we needed was a little bit of an extra boosty boost and we're good. You will be happy to hear I also figured out exactly what we are going to be doing with the grass. So obviously we've got a bunch of cows. What do we have, 130 some now? 160. Now, they've got some food. My mouse isn't working. Why is my mouse not working? There we go. They've got some food, thank goodness. But it's only metagrass and it only works 40%. So we're not going to be getting much of anything else. They don't have any straw, so they can't make manure. And it does say that they are going to need 56,000 liters of food a day. I should not have bought this many cows. So the first grass harvest, what we're going to be doing is taking this guy, the Pichonnie, and we're going to take that And we're going to fill up some bunkers. I don't know if it's going to be those. I don't know if it's going to be these. And by fill up some bunkers, I think you guys know we're going to fill up about half of one, and then I'm going to get irritated and do something else. But that's the game plan for that. So we're going to get all this grass picked up. Oh, I didn't even do this field over here, did I? Come on. Well, we'll have to do that in the next one. We also need to harvest this wheat over here as well. Plenty of that. How much are we getting off of that? 14,000 liters. Not a whole lot. It's enough. So we will be making silage in the silage clamps, which is going to be a little bit different from the way that I normally do it, because that's not the way I normally do it. I normally make silage in bales or something like that. We've got a square baler. However, we don't have a wrapper for it. So it doesn't really matter if I want to do it that way. I can't. And we don't have the money for it either. Although we did sell a bunch of the cows. I don't remember how many cows I sold. 60. I sold 60. So we can have up to 160, and I've got 100 in there now. So we did sell some cattle. There was just too many cows, man. So I've harvested this field one time before, but I did it off screen. It was kind of when I was doing some testing for Pichonnie Valley. I was just on and playing around, that kind of thing. And I noticed that this field coming up is kind of difficult. The size and the shape of it, it's quite weird. We're going to try to utilize some GPS to help us a little bit, and I recommend that you do the same, because it is going to kind of keep you in the lines here. We're doing 3 headlands because this is a bit of a smaller header, so I don't want to work the combine harvester too much. Let's talk some goals for the series. So what we're going to be doing is, of course, we need to have straw. We need to have stuff so we can feed our cows. We're not going to have a whole bunch of cows, so that's going to kind of free up some space, free up a lot of the feed. We don't need as big of fields. We don't need as much crop to be able to feed them, so that's going to be helpful. Here's one of the first tricky bits right here. Take that nice and easy, and I've gone too far. Of course I did. So we'll bring that back in, and then we will cut this corner. Ha-ha, there we go. Nice. And then get back to it. This field goes all the way up to the side here. It's a little bit tough. Anyway, so cows, of course, we want to make some money. Cows make manure, make slurry, they make milk. Yep, they do that as well, so that'll be nice. Got another difficult part of this field coming up right here. Let's go and turn the GPS off so we can get kind of an idea of where we need to be. Oh, halfway off the field. Of course, we'll just go straight on for that part right there. There we go. Nice. One thing is, all the equipment that I'm using is not like crazy modified or anything like that. I just decided not to do wild, crazy stuff for this one. At least not yet. So this section right here I have found to be quite difficult in its own. Let's see if we can actually get all this. We got a little bit there at the edge that's going to cause trouble, but I think we'll be fine overall. We are missing some because it's in the woods. I don't know how we're going to get that. Tell you one thing though, adding those chip tunes, those turbos that we added in the last one, that has definitely paid off greatly. I've been so happy that we've done that, and hopefully that'll pay off whenever we start picking up all of this straw and all this grass as well, because those machines, I mean, I've got a decent sized loading wagon. I guess we could also use the feed mixer. It's actually not a bad idea, at least for the straw. Anyway, after one pass, we are 50% full, so after 2 passes, we should be right on the money. Yo, does this have stubble destruction? It does. Hey, very cool. What I was saying, we're going to go ahead and knock out at least the one more headland, and then we'll go ahead and get this filled up. The wheat, as far as I'm concerned, will either be sold straight up. We do have a chicken coop, but I don't know if I want chickens. I don't know, we'll see. I don't own any, so we'd have to buy them. Well, I think we've done okay. 99% full after these passes. Nice. Now we gotta use our tipper, and this poor little tractor, I never know if this is gonna work or not, but you know what? We'll give her a try and see. How about that? I know I need the other one on the loading wagon. There's no way that one would work. It's a kind of a big tipper for this tractor. It's a bit of a bouncy ride. Bit of a bouncy ride. Yeah. And there's also a sound effect on the seat, so if it moves a little bit, it's it's going all over the place. 7,900 liters in there right now. Let's see how much more we can get. All done. We got another 6,200 liters in here, so we would knock this out, and we got to figure out what we're going to do with the grain. I'm going to buy a couple hundred chickens. There we go. $11,000. We have 200 chickens in there. What do they hold? 9,000 liters? All right. Well, we've got 14,000 liters, so that should be good enough. Let's see if we can get a little bit of speed before this hill here. Oh, come on. Come on, get up the hill. Get up the hill. This hill is going to be the bane of my existence. 20, 19, 18, oh no, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, no! Change gears, you idiot! Ugh. Now this is something I don't know the answer to. I do know that in some Black Sheep modding maps, you can fill up the chicken feed from a tipper. In some of them, you can't. So I'll be interested to see what happens here. Gosh, the gearing on this tractor's terrible. I'm starting to wonder if it's Farming Simulator or is it this tractor? A little bit of both, I assume. Oh, hang on. We got a trigger there. There it is. Oh, hi. Come on. Back it up a little bit more. Hey, there we go. Oh, no. Trigger keeps moving and disappearing. Well, I'm just going to do this over and over again. Done. Perfect. Okie dokie. So we'll just take the rest of this, the 5,200 liters, and we'll put it in the silo. So I've got my fingers crossed that all of those chickens will make more eggs than what this wheat would have cost or paid for, I guess. Did I really miss the... I did. That's the trigger back there. Of course. So here's where I was a bit interested, because this will hold 200,000 liters of straw. It's one of the modded pieces. I think I did mention that I didn't have any modded pieces. I do. I forgot about this one. Can I just pick straw up off the ground with this? I think the last time I tried to do this was Farm Sim 17, maybe? All right. We'll go ahead and unfold. We'll turn it on. Drop it down. And... not only is it working, but you can just fly through. You may miss a little bit like I just did there, but we'll just pick it right back up as we back up. This is great. Oh, it's fantastic. First person, not the easiest. Not the easiest. Can we just full speed this? Yeah, we can. That's ridiculous. Probably better off doing this with a loading wagon, so I'm gonna have to come through and pick up a lot of stuff, but you know, it's picking up the majority of it. How much did we lose right through there? So we have 5176. Oh, it doesn't want to back up. Oh, there we go. 5176. How much is it gonna pick up? Yeah, like 20 liters. I don't know if it's worth it. I'll be honest with you, this has worked great. This has been really good. I've had to go a bit slower. We had to slow it down to about 10 miles an hour because I was missing way too much. And you can see I'm still missing some. And I bet there's probably, I don't know, 100 to 200 liters still on the field thingy right here. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to pick up what I can and call it a day. Yeah. You know what? I think that's good. I'm happy with that. I don't know if I would do this again, but it did work fairly well, so there's that. And Pooh makes a pretty good chunk of money, so we are going to take this straw and drop it off so that we can start getting a little bit of Pooh. And if you're doing this at home, you gotta come over here, open that up, drive right in, and we should get a trigger. There it is. Dump the straw. Nice. I don't know actually, how much straw will this hold? Doesn't tell me. I wish there was like a number out of number. Maybe in Farm Sim 28. Apparently it's 50,000 liters. Well, there you go. At least we know now. So I don't actually know where to put the rest of this. So I think I'm just going to put it like over here. We own this land, right? Let's see. We're up here. We do own it, but not as far as I thought we did. Can I put straw in here and just kind of like dump it out? You know, I'm actually going to use those down there for our silage. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a big old pile of straw up here. Force unload. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. This is working. Perfect. Yep, this will do good. And there's my pile of straw. All right, we got one more thing. We need to pick up all of this grass. Now this trailer, unfortunately, is not modded. At least I don't think it is. Is this trailer modded? 26,000. Nope. Perhaps in the future I'll do a modded version of this. Maybe hold it at 50,000 liters instead of something. But it's really just so I don't have to make so many trips. That is literally the only reason for changing it up. So I gotta go through, I gotta pick up all this grass off of this field, and we gotta drop it all off at one of those silage silos up at the top. Oh boy, we're gonna make a lot of trips. So this will be like my third or fourth time actually doing silage this way in Farm Sim 25. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. Well, that was extremely painful, so we're not doing that again. We now have a modded loading wagon. It just makes life so much easier. I don't want to go like a million miles an hour. I just don't want to have to make like 30 trips. That stinks so much. Oh well, we are good. So we're gonna pick some of this up. We should be able to stay out in the field for the rest of this. Also made the trailer a little bit lighter as well. The tractor was having some really struggle bus times trying to move this thing around, even empty. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, this trailer holds 100,000 liters, so that is great. We should be able to pick up this whole field, make less trips. Just save me a little bit of extra time, but we'll get the same job done. And that brings us up to here now. I've put most of the grass into the silage clamp already, but I still need to do a few more things with it. We need to make it look pretty, and we got to roll it out. And we got this for doing all the compaction. I also want to like plow up a field or something, do something like that. It's episode 4. I swear, every time we start a new series at the beginning, we always do like all the big jobs. And then like episode 7 or 8, it's like, oh, I guess we're out of stuff to do, so we gotta do something else now. It always happens, man. It always happens. All right, we'll get that out. There we go. That's all of our grass. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm gonna try this first, and I'm gonna see if this actually works for like flattening everything out and getting it all nice and pretty. The last thing that I want is this huge like peaks in here. I want to make sure it's all nice and organized, but it looks like my wheels are the only thing that's actually flattening this out. And you see this? When we try to come in here and get this out, this is going to be an absolute nightmare. So I think we need to get like the right tool for the job, but I'm not going to use the right tool for the job. I'm just going to get a bucket. This bucket, to be exact. Yeah! I hate these styles of equipment, but if it helps me out at least a little bit, there we go. We could take a little bit and then dump it in somewhere else, just like that. Yeah, now this is working swimmingly. All you gotta do, come down, fill up the bucket a little bit from the front, and then it just kind of like fills and unfills from itself as it goes. It's like magic, dude. Magic. Is there a better way to do this? Yes, there will always be a better way to do something than the way that I do it. But it works for me, so leave me alone. All right, I think I've done enough there. So now I'm gonna actually try and get some of this like chaff that's out here on the outside. I'm gonna try and get some of this and push it in. Yeah, there we go, that's working. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. Oh no, the back is just full of chaff. That's not what I wanted. Can I get it? Hey, I can. Nice. After driving regular telehandlers for how many years? Driving an articulated loader is not fun. So now that we got all of that done, let's get back in here with the roller and let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. We'll see if the roller actually does anything. The first time through here, I think we can all agree that it did not, but I think now it actually is. Now that we don't have those like crazy peaks and stuff in here, it actually can like do its job. Oh, by the way, we're like well past 100% already with this thing. This is the quick one. Like it was done when we came in here the first time. But I just wanted to like make it look a little bit better, and then that's it. And I think, at least for my standards, I have done that. I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. And if you guys are too, I think we should blanket the silo. There we go. I think all of it got it too. Let's see. Do we have anything that's kind of like hanging out back here? Nope. I think we got the silo, man. 206,000 liters of silage gonna be made. As a matter of fact, I think it's silage already, isn't it? I think? I'm not sure. Fill level, silage, fermenting, 0%. I think the mod that I have installed only does the bells. So our next grass harvest is going to be all hay. And that'll be fun. I think we'll probably get a little bit more hay than silage, but that's all right. If that's the case, that means we should get about 400,000 liters of TMR. And I bet the cows will be very, very happy because currently they are eating field grass. And that's all they've got to eat. Poor widow bobbies. Poor widow bobbies. So what I need to do now is we are going to have to turn these two fields into one. And I'm going to try and plow up this centerpiece first. So we'll drop that down, turn on create fields. There we go. And we'll just kind of back it up to about here where one of the fields meets. And we'll plow all the way down to the other end. That way, whenever I try and come in here and do like the, oh, do I have stones turned on? Oh, I must have field stones turned on. I didn't know that. There we go, got rid of that. That was almost trouble, wasn't it? Well, what I'll do anyway, we're gonna come through here. That way I can use my GPS whenever going through the edges, and we should be all right. And now we come down to here, and now this is all, hopefully, one field. We'll see what happens with the GPS lines. All right, go over here, steer and assist, bam. Hey, perfect. Very cool. Actually, I don't think we're gonna have to do a whole lot. We might need to hit a bit here at the top, but I think I'm gonna start at the other end. So this is what I do whenever I'm working on new farms, new fields, stuff like that. I'll actually try to utilize the GPS. I think this is one of the areas that it really shines because there are some spots like this up here where it doesn't care if there's a field or not. It's just gonna do it anyway. So this kind of extends the edge of the field up a little bit for us, allowing us to kind of make all of that cohesive. So I'm getting a little bit tired of my transmissions and I'm just looking around at tractors. Look what I found. We don't have enough money for it, but I just thought it was kind of neat. I was like, it's pretty funny. I like that. There was one that caught my eye up here. This guy right here. So this should have more than enough power to do everything we wanted to do. It's got different color options. I like the old color here the best. Upgrading the engine is a little bit much, but if we leave everything where it's at, increase the engine power 20% here, and then maybe, I don't know, kind of like the old grill setup there. So it cost us $92,800 for that. I could actually sell this vent for 81 grand. And I think we'd have enough to pay for that. This one has not been too bad. 53 for that one. The tractors that we've got right now are causing me a lot of trouble. So I think we know what this means. This means we are taking this tractor, we're gonna sell it, and then we're gonna buy that other one. Yes, we, oh, hit the brakes. There we go, we're good. That ran into the tree. This thing just doesn't move. I really wanted to go old school Fendt with this, but it's just not gonna happen. The power is there, but the rest of it isn't. It doesn't move, it doesn't go. It's got a terrible transmission. It's rough, dude, it's so rough. I wanted to like it so much, and I got two tractors that I'd never driven before, and they were both, ooh, they will live on though. At least we're staying with the AGCO. So there's that. So selling out 81 grand, not too bad. We're gonna sell the weight as well, 2,300 bucks. So now we just need to go in here in the store and find that used tractor. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, finally something with a CVT transmission that will move. I don't know if we've got all the horsepower that we could get out of this yet. It says 245 right now. Is that true? What does it say in here? 245 as well. So it's not changing the engine power there. I don't know where it's changing the engine power, but oh well. Also went with a 2,500 kg weight for the front. And we will go blinky blinky with a beacon. Oh yeah, and also this is a fast tractor too. Nice. It's also kind of heavy. So there's a couple things I need to do, and I say that we utilize the Lamborghini Now, let's hook up first. Let's get some fertilizer done. No issues. And it moves. It goes forwards. That's awesome. Yeah. You know what? Never, ever, ever. Never. Let's see. What do we have? Double application rate. We only need single because this is grass. Should already have one fertilizing state on it. It does. So we will utilize that. There we go. Click the GPS. That way we don't waste a bunch. And we'll get this field fertilized. I feel like I'm going warp speed right now because it actually just does what it's supposed to do. Oh, it's phenomenal. All right, now let's activate a double application rate, and we'll put it down on this field right here. And this will be something, I'm sure. I have no idea what's going to go on this field, though. Where's the lines? Oh, there are none. Hold up. The field is too small for a 48 meter working with implement to work it appropriately. I knew this day would come. It's too big. All done there. And look at this. We're already going 20 miles an hour before we get out of the field. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, and it says Lamborghini on the mud flaps in the front. Look at the fenders. Hey. Tell you what, though, that 2,500 kg weight in the front paid off. No, not 25. That's an 18, isn't it? 15? I thought I got a heavy weight. Well, the 15 worked fine as well, I suppose. So now, a couple more things. Number one, we need to put grass down in that field, and then we've got to disc and seed the other field. Here we go. We got our MassCar Montana. Love this thing, and I have not modified it. Usually, I do go through and modify these. Sorry, I'm changing the crop over to grass. Where's grass at? There it is. I utilized this on the last Black Sheep modding map that we played on. Absolutely loved it. Had a blast using it, but I did modify it heavily. I have not done so this time around. It is a seeder only, and it is not direct drill, doesn't do crazy stuff, nothing like that. I should have just gone with this tractor to begin with. Is that clipping through? Yeah, a little bit. It is what it is. I should have really just gone for a tractor like this to begin with. Or I really should have, because I had the least fun trying to utilize those other two tractors. It just stunk, man. They're too slow for me, I guess. We're gonna go through and hit a little bit of this, even though this is 6 meters and the plow is 6 meters. They both had a different way that they worked, but that's okay. And now we can head down through here as well. Again, I could do this the right way by, oh man, all of those rocks are going to cause me trouble eventually. We could do this, just try and fly down the center of it, but I got to come back up anyway. May as well just wait and do it then. Now, in the other tractor, this would have been virtually impossible going uphill. But look at this. No issues, no problems. The tractor was only a little bit more expensive than the other one, and the great news, we can throw a bigger engine in here as well. Currently, we've got the 140 or 245. I think we can go up to like 270 something. We can get more power out of this thing. Eventually as well, we'll swap out the smaller one too, but we will never need a tractor that has any more power than this. So it's nice to have something that's got a little bit less power just for some odd jobs. I like having 2 or 3 tractors at least. But I think for this one, this is as much as we're ever going to need. And with the 24-hour of Le Mans track right across, well, I say 24-hour of Le Mans track. With Le Mans around the corner from this area, it's in the Sarth area, it fits right at home. Lamborghini, man. Well, there's another big weight over here. I think this is from the disc. Is that right? What was the weight on this thing? 1.8 tons. And now it's gone. We don't need that, at least right now. But I do need to disc next, and I'll be interested to see, do I need bigger weight? Oh, it's heavy, but I think we're okay. I think we're all right. The tractor weighs enough to where I'm not having too much trouble. We do have a little bit of bounce, but everybody's seen a big Lamborghini bounce before. It's funny. We'll be all right. So, something that I despise greatly, disking. We gotta do this whole field. But we'll knock it out. 11 mile per hour max speed on it. Not too shabby. We be aight. I guess I probably should start in the middle, but whatever. It's me. I'm not going to do that. Man, I got to tell you, this is awesome. This tractor is so nice. It is very, very good in the field. We've got an awesome transmission in here. Well, CVT, so hey, it is what it is. I have had an absolute blast using this tractor. It even turns, like the turning radius of this thing is ridiculous. We are knocking out this field super fast. I'm very happy about that. We still need to put some seed in it, but after that, we can actually move on, because this is the last thing that we need to do in game today is disc this and seed it. Well, there's one job that's done. Nice, nice, nice. So now the last thing that we've got to do is we need to put some seed in the ground. I'm curious, well, actually, can we even put any seed in the ground? We could do alfalfa, but I'm not doing alfalfa. We could do canola, but I don't know if I'm doing canola. There's mustard. We could do something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But all the other stuff that I would like to do, I can't yet. It's still harvest season. We got to do some more grains, dude. So I guess that means that's that. Oh, okay. We don't gotta do nothing anymore. We'll double check real quick just to make sure. Fertilized. Nothing in it. I did miss a few spots when I was disking, but I won't tell if you don't. I also forgot to fertilize field number 6, but I've done that. But it does look like that I've missed a little bit, but I'm not gonna worry about that either. I think everything else is good. Yeah, that means we actually get to sleep. I do want to check the cows one more time. See, chicken coop. They are doing fantastic. We're not even going to worry about them. And here's our 100 cows. Let's see. We do have a little bit of slurry, so that's great. I don't see anything in manure yet, but we do have a lot of straw. They haven't used any of that yet. And it says, let's see, they use 35,000 liters of food a day. There's 33,000 meadow in there. They're going to eat through that pretty quick, aren't they? Well, at least we got silage tomorrow. We can feed them that. Welcome to mornings here on Pichonnie Valley. It is absolutely beautiful. We've got grass growing where it's supposed to. Very happy about that. We've also got no food in the cow pasture over here anymore. Did they eat it all? Oh, they're also floating. That's a different problem altogether, I think. But yes, they have gone through and eaten all of the ground cover, so there's that. But we do have some manure, we do have some slurry, and we do have a little bit of milk, which is really, really nice. Also popping in, taking a look, we can put down our winter wheat or winter barley. Probably going to do barley because we can sell that for a little bit and get some straw out of it. You people weird me out. Faux show. All right. One more thing I want to check real quick is here, and it is 88% done. If you guys are curious, I've got my help window pulled up while I do play this, and I put my face over it. And then we just got a big pile of straw. And I think that's about it. So I have noticed that we are running out of money. We have got none of it. None of the money. $6,200. We don't have enough to do anything. The good thing is we do have silage that is done and ready to go, but we don't have any hay, so there's that. So the cows are just kind of stranded with no food currently. So in order to fix this, I figured let's do some contracts, let's make some money, let's see what happens. You may have already seen from the top right-hand corner of the screen that I've got 3 contracts selected. We've got a mowing contract on field number 20, which is right here. A fertilizing contract on field 105 up at the top left. And a cultivating contract on field 52, which is down here right at the bottom of the map. The goal is to get a little bit of help from AI, because I really don't want to have to do all of these by myself. Let's see how they would get along. As always, I like to hit the outside myself. It just feels like it works a little bit better. Although, you know what? I'm kind of intrigued on just hiring a worker and letting them do this just to see how bad it could be. How bad could it be? Can't be that bad, right? I don't know. Let's find out. AI worker, work the headlands. Yes. Start with the up and downs. 2 passes. Hire. Go do yo thing. Should start right here. Should back up. I lined it up pretty good, I thought. Drop it down. Do it. Drop it down. Hey. And there they go. All right. Well, let's see what happens there. By the way, the money that we're supposed to be getting off of all of this is absolutely fantastic. 13-6, 13-1, and 16-1. Also pretty good numbers. I think I'm going to do the fertilizing contract on my own. We'll knock this one out pretty quick. The whole reason of doing all this is I think I need more fields. If we want to get our cows full, fed, happy, etc., we really need to be thinking about other fields that we can own down here. Now, of course, I've got all of these, but they really do us no good. Honestly, I should have probably just put grass in field 4, but that didn't happen. I'm looking over here at farmland 20. The big problem, or 12, sorry. The big problem with that, I ain't got the money for it. Matter of fact, I don't have the money for hardly anything. But there's another thing that we could do, because we have field leasing in the game. So I could technically lease a field and just go in and I wouldn't even have to buy it anymore. And then just get rid of the lease when I'm done. Now, is that a nice thing to do? I don't know. I don't care. Try to move forward, move things along a little bit. We're on episode 5 at this point, and we're basically going backwards. I feel like I haven't done anything, so I want to kind of move forward, do stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fertilizer contract rocking and rolling, doing good. Let's see, 98, 99%, and contract completed. Sweet. I think I may also steal this fertilizer. Oh yeah, definitely stealing this fertilizer. Tell you what, my farmyard back here is getting kind of busy. Ooh. Let's see, fertilizer's back here, but I don't really know where to put this. Here we go. We'll just kind of back into here, force unload. Oh, of course it put them back there. Awesome. I think I got liftable turned on. Do I? I do not. Yeah, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. There's 1. Oh, there's 3 back here. Alrighty. Of course there are. I can't say. There we go. Good enough. I probably won't forget that it's there. Probably. So then, that is 1 contract down. Let's go ahead and collect that one. Mission was collected, and we made 12 grand. Now we're going to jump over to one of my favorite kinds of contracts, a mowing contract. If you know me, you know that I do a lot of these. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of contracts on this map, but getting started is kind of taking a little bit longer than I was hoping that it would. So I wanted to kind of knock that out a bit quicker. Let's see. Can we do 2 headlands and be able to turn around? I think we will. So we'll leave that there. Turn it down. Boom. Boom. And go. Just like so. I'm going to do my best to kind of follow along with this magic line right here. This field is actually really interesting. So it goes, you might be able to see it already. So we're down here. It goes all the way down and all the way back, and all the way back around. It looks like a big monster tooth. And because it looks like a big monster tooth, I have no idea how long this contract is going to take, which is why I'm doing it last. The cultivating, I let them do it. Usually the workers do a pretty good job with that, like field work, easy field work stuff like that. Fertilizer contract's a little bit different, especially the workers. They will utilize more fertilizer than they actually need, and they'll just be wasteful, and we don't want that. But we also we also want to do the mowing contract, because I love mowing in Farming Simulator. Always have. Always will. Love mowing in real life too. So we got the first headland done, and now the second headland is done as well. The cultivating contract is going into overdrive, and we're about 60% done with this contract. Now, one thing I wanted to do, I do have a mod installed that maybe we can use to our advantage, and it is the contract boost mod. And with this contract boost mod, I can actually come in here and like change things up with the contracts. And I'm wondering, allow collecting grass. Yep. Can we TED this? Or do I need to put this on a different field? I'd like to make some hay out of this if I can. I know it's probably a little bit selfish to be like, oh, I just mowed this field. I'm gonna steal the grass off of it. But I need this grass. I don't think the owner of this field needs this grass as much as I do. This one's also weird because you've got these little peninsula bits down at the bottom. So I think I'm just gonna kick straight up and just kind of mow from one side, and then we'll pick up on the other. I think it's probably the best thing to do. So the grass contract is completed. It is all done, but we are kind of here able to still mow a little bit. which is interesting. Well, at least we were. I mowed quite a bit, actually, after it was completed. I'm not going to select complete contract yet, though. I do want to get down here and see, can I windrow this? Can I TED it? Can I pick it up with a loading wagon? Can I do anything with it? I've totally forgotten. I haven't used the contract boost mod in a while. Guess who's stuck? This idiot. Good job, buddy. Yeah. Let me help you out a little bit. Contract completed. All right. We can go ahead and knock this one out as well. Let's see. Farmland 52. That was that one. Let's go ahead and collect that. Yes, please. And we still have our mowing contract on 20. This will be interesting. So test number 1. Can I TED this? I doubt it. If I can, this is going to save me so much time, dude. Oh, I can. That's great. Number 2, can I utilize the JCB that they gave me to help me out a little bit? Because no offense to that vent right there, but it's really loud. All right, we've got that. Drop it down. Turn it down. All right, cool. That will work. I don't want to TED just yet because I want to make sure that we actually get like all of the grass pushed in from the side a little bit. So we will detach from the baler, which it's hooked up to for some reason. And we shall grab our windrow. Yes, this is a very interesting piece of equipment. Kind of handy that this is down here on the main farm. I didn't even plan that. That's great. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kick everything in towards the middle. And then that way, at least we'll have like a little bit of a buffer to the edge of the field so that when I actually come through and make hay, all of that's out of my way. So we'll come here, boom, do that. Select that, yep, and then turn it on, and it should kick most, probably not all, but most of the grass in, and then we can actually come through with the tedder and do what we want. So this is working a treat. Absolutely, like, way above and beyond what I thought this was going to behave like, but it's done wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This is a great idea. I wish I had the tedder that, like, had the blocker on there so that everything didn't just go, like, out to one side or the other, but you know what? Not too bad. Not too bad. Not bad at all. All right, so there's that. We can actually just pull this to the side now because we're not going to need that currently. There we go. There's that. Jump back in the JCB, and now all I got to do is TED the whole field, and then we got to windrow it up properly, pick it up, and then we're done, I think. So the first pass around is not going to be on the outside of the field because I tried doing that already, and it didn't look very good. So I decided to move a little bit closer towards the inside, just like this. Oh, this is going to take forever, isn't it? Sure is. First pass around is almost done, but what I've been doing is kind of, well, trying not to get in the middle of the woods with these. So trying to like follow through and this and that, yada, yada, yada. All is good. As a matter of fact, I can do this a little bit to my advantage here. So tedding, for some reason in Farm Sim, like kicks everything out towards the back and it leaves stuff like right here in the front. So if you wanted to push stuff in a little bit, you actually can. So we just get to like here, turn it on, and then it pushes everything back a little bit. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. So now that we've got that finished up, that's like step 1 of a million. Done. Oh, here we go. Now on to the difficult part, the rest of the field. Second pass almost done now, and we've done all right. I'm really interested to see how much we're going to get off of this field because I don't know if I would call this cheating or not, but you know, just don't tell the guy that owns this farm that I took his grass. Well, we're almost done with the field, which is great news, and it doesn't look too bad either. I think this may be the first time I've used one of the smaller tedders on a big field like this. Turned out all right. Not too shabby at all. A little bit more. There we go. There's one. And then lastly, right here, this little spot. Got it. Perfect. All right. So now we get to come through and windrow again. I'm going to see if it'll let me do 4 headlands. That way we can have 2 technical headlands all the way around since both of them push up against each other. I didn't really have a lot of room to turn around the last time we did this, and we'll see if that fixes the problem. It won't let me do 4. It'll let me do 3, but that's not going to be very helpful. So we'll just stick it at 2 and be done with it. Yeah, there we go. Reset. still not resetting. 2, 1, 2. Hey, there we go. So if you missed one of the last Let's Plays, I think it was episode 2 maybe that we used this. Could have been episode 3. Basically, this pushes everything to one side, and then you come through on the next pass, reverse, and it pushes all of that into one windrow for you. Kind of makes things nice and easy. So this will make it all purty going one way. Next one will make it all purty going the other way. And then when we go up and down, we basically save ourselves half the time when we're picking everything up. And this is what all of that looks like if you are curious. So you can see we're just kicking everything back into the middle, and we're making this big windrow in the center. What we'll also do when we come to pick all this up, if we want to use GPS, which you do, because it makes the game much easier, we'll say 6.3, multiply that by 2, we get 12.6. And that is what we will set our loading wagon or baler on, whatever we're going to use to pick this up. Now that this part's done, I want to find where the field thinks that it starts. And that's a tricky one sometimes to find. Basically, what we'll do here is we'll hit this and then find where the edges are. Yeah, I got nothing from this. Maybe this side, maybe this side. Both sides are messed up, dude. I don't know. We're almost done here. There's a couple more passes that we need to make. Actually, I think this is the last pass. Hey, yes it is. There we go. So there's one more thing that I like to do before I finish a field like this. I'm gonna go one more time right through here. Yeah, that pass right there. And we're just gonna push it all back in a little bit. So we separate the up and downs from the headland row. And I think doing it like this is a great way to go about things. It's a waste of time. Does absolutely nothing. I don't even think it helps with pickup at the end of the day, but it makes it look nice. And that means a lot to me. Just like that, we are done. And here's what she looks like. Actually, we'll kind of go up into build mode just so you can see. It's not bad, man. I think I did a pretty good job on this field. Since we've got about 200,000 liters of our silage, I think I'm going to try to get about 200,000 liters of the hay. I think we've probably got a little bit more than that. And then whatever's left, maybe sell it. I mean, I guess we could keep it. I don't have anywhere to put it, though. I'd have to make it into bales and put it in object storage. But I don't have pallet forks, or bell forks, as we've already discussed. But we do have a lot of storage areas. And I don't know why I came all the way up here. Oh, that's right, because this goes right here. You know, I think for once we'll probably just not worry about the GPS with picking this up. I think it's probably the best thing. We'll just get it done. So we do have, I think it's 200 and some thousand liters of silage that's just sitting, hanging out, ready to go. However, I got no hay, so I can't make TMR. We even have a little bit of straw, believe it or not. My first thought was, okay, why don't we get like 100,000 liters of hay off of this field, and then we'll just go from there. And I was like, maybe 200,000. And now I'm like, maybe we'll take it all. Yeah. So I think that's where we're at. I think we're going to take all of the hay from this field, and we're just going to keep it. Yeah. I do need a silo, though. I don't have a silo for loose stuff. I do have a baler, so I could theoretically bale this up, but it's going to be a whole lot easier for me later on if I don't have to do that. Well, we made it all the way to here. Where is here, you ask? Well, I started here, ran all the way around, and made it to there. I didn't even get a full headland done, and we've already got 100,000 liters. I bet we've got 300,000 or 400,000 liters of hay off of this field. Can I sneak through here? I can. Sweet. Tell you what. I'm really glad that I got rid of that big Fendt. Yikes. Really glad that I got rid of that big Fendt tractor that we had, the 800, the favorite 800. It's not that the Lamborghini's better. It's that it has a CVT transmission, and it's more fun to play. It doesn't stink to play the game. Like, I couldn't get up this hill. This was doing great. So here's what I'm thinking. I think that we delete one or both of these bunkers right here that we've got, and then we put a silo in its place where we can store things. Plus, I can pull in here and then back up and then pull forward. So I could do some like 3-point hitch stuff or 3-point turn stuff. Let's save the game. And let's go into build mode and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into here. I think out of both of these, this one right here on the end, this is the one that needs to go. Plus, I don't think I need that many silage bunkers to begin with. Honestly, both of these could probably go. Let's see, 15,000 for that one. I like that I get money for that. That's sweet. And then we've got this one right here, which I still don't think that I need. So I'm just going to delete that as well. Bye. Well, I don't have enough money for any of the lazy distribution stuff. That stinks royally. All right, well, I spent a whole bunch of money on this silo right here from Omatana. I hope that the wood color doesn't bother you. I tried to find something that blended in a little bit, but I just didn't have the right silo mod to put down. So this is the one that we get. So we're gonna drop this out, and basically we're just gonna load all the hay up. We'll see how much we can get at the end of all of this. Here's another 100,000 liters and another 100,000. 300,000 liters of hay, dude. And now we're done. So we got 42,000 liters in here. Perfect. I think we can also collect the contract from that field now as well. Let's put this in the silo first, just in case. And there she blows. All done with that one. That means we can come in here with the contracts wherever they are, complete that. Collect a mundo. Alrighty. Did it take any money away from us? Nope. Got another 15 grand off that. Sweet. Oh, you know, I'm looking at this. I guess we don't need this silo system down here anymore either, because we have that big silo at the end. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Oh, it works. Oh, let's go, dude. Yeah. I was going to say, I need to pick this up. I'm not going to do this with the silage over there, but we will be taking all of this and moving it over to the silo. Can I get it all? Can I get it all? Hey, I got it all. You know, that was 6,600 liters of straw, but it doesn't look like it. Not from that big pile. It looked like it was like 80 million liters. Now it's silage time. Let's get this silage out, and then we can start making TMR for our little baby cows, all 100 of them. Oh, they're not so little, are they? Let's head in here. Let's open up the silo. There we go. And we're going to jump in here, and this, I think, is the first time that I've ever use this piece of equipment to do this job. I don't know why, but I never do this. It does work though, doesn't it? Look at that. Yeah. I mean, I know that this is what it's for, IRL. I just never used it before. Look at this working. Oh, that's so cool. It does take it a minute, but it seems to be doing all right. I thought I could run this thing at 0 miles an hour, but it does seem to be working. Also, this, for some reason, thinks that it's clover silage. I don't know how that happened, but we're going to double check these silos because it looks like these are not regular silos. Let's see. Sell the bunker for 17,000. Bunker's not empty. Yada, yada. I get the sneaky suspicion that this is not supposed to be clover silage. Yeah, you know, just chilling, man. Just chilling. I've set it at 0 miles an hour, and it seems to be going about as far as it possibly can. I do not know what I'm doing. Don't normally do this. Oh well, it's working. That's all that matters. I may be traveling at a snail's pace, but I can tell you that this is working. Except for a spot at the back. For some reason, that silage didn't want to work for me. All right, so we're kind of cleaning out the silo now, and I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with whatever's left in here. Still can't believe I'm not running against the wall. I think we may have hit our limit here. It doesn't want to, for some reason, it doesn't want to give me the silage from all these extra little bits and bobs in here. There's a good amount left. So what is there, 7,400 liters? So we've got a decent chunk left. It just won't gimme. And I don't like that at all. Oh well. So there seems to be something going on with the mixer here, because this converts any silage into clover silage, which, I don't know if you're familiar or not, ain't what I want. So I've actually had to take the literage from this and put it into a different container just to get it to be like actual silage, not clover silage. I didn't mow clover. So I'm thinking maybe this not very useful right now to us. So I think we're gonna have to sell this bad boy. Ooh, 187 grand. Well, that frees up some space, doesn't it? We're also going to have to get into the silo right here, and we want to smooth it out. There we go. That did not look good. Can we just flatten this out, please? Yeah, there we go. Well, at least the silo's empty. I guess there's that. That did not turn out the way I wanted that to. So it doesn't look like it was an issue with the bunker. It looks like it was an issue with that feed mixer, which is really interesting. I'm also a little bit curious. How do the rest of them look? They're all showing that they can run. So this is the one that we had. It's showing that it will hold silage, but anytime I put silage in it, it turned it into clover silage. Interesting. All right, so a couple things here. We're going to remove the wheat that we have from this silo. There we go. And we're going to just remove the silo. There we go. That's nice. That works. And instead of a feed mixer, which I really wanted to use, I guess we're going to have to get a hold of a TMR mixer of sorts. That way we can actually move stuff over. So for that, we're going to need to jump into factories. Let's see what I got installed. So I placed something down that I haven't used since Oak Bridge, and it should work well for us. I have placed down a feed mixer. Put it over here. I thought this would be a good spot for it because actually we could just drive straight through here. You could drop in bales, you could drop in bulk goods. I know there's a trigger up here, but there's actually a trigger down below as well where you could just dump stuff, which makes it nice and easy. And yeah, and it just makes TMR. The problem is I need more straw. I don't have enough straw. So to do that, we're going to need to do some other stuff. At least I hope that there was a trigger right in front of it. There should be. Yeah, there we go. Got it. I wonder if I could find like a grate, like a placeable grate to put down. Let me give that a try. Well, yeah, maybe we'll worry about it later. I just wanted something that like actually made it look like I was putting something down instead of just dumping this on the ground. Not exactly what I was going for here. Anyway, so I got a couple ideas. Number one is to do the contract on field number 5, which is right beside our main farm. It is wheat. So we could do that. We could take the straw from it as well. That works. The other idea, but I haven't checked our money yet to see what we've got, is could we buy it? The answer is no. No, we could not. So I think that's what we'll do. We will do the harvesting contract here on field 5. Cool. So contract ready to go. We have got everything set up. The equipment is there now too, so that makes things nice and easy. I'm going to go ahead and bring over all of the silage and hay that we've got, and at least a little bit of that straw as well. Let's see, silage going in, sweet. What's the mixture here anyway? 15, 15, 5. Okay, so it's basically like 3, 3, 1, and then 0.1. I need mineral feed. Let's see, we get 1,050 liters. It's a lot. Let's just buy 4 of these. We did have it delivered, and it should be running through it. No, it's not. What about now? I had it too far over. Well, that'll do it, won't it? Boom, boom, boom. I think 4,000 liters 4,200 liters of that. That should last a while. And we've got 100,000 liters of hay right here. The next thing I'm going to bring over is straw, and then we're going to be done with that part. Well, it's not a lot, but we will be able to get some straw pretty quickly off of this contract. So there's that. Good. We've got at least a little something in here for everybody. We've got it set to storing. Perfect for me. Activate it and let it run, and it should make some TMR pretty quickly. I don't remember exactly how fast it makes it, but I got sneaky suspicion we're not going to have to wait too long. Seeing that it's already made, what, 200 now? Yeah, it's already made 200 liters, and we're at 0.5 times speed. Oh, what did I do to that machine, man? That thing's going. So now for our harvesting contract. Let's see, I think this is going to pop out right in field 5, isn't it? Oh, yeah, there's my stuff right there. Let's pull up here. So I've got my tractor and my Lambo. We got this. This is going to be picking up all of our straw for us. And then we've got this guy carting. And then this guy is running it. I think I've already set this up for 2 headlands. I have. And then we need to enable straw swath. There we go. And then we need to go as well. There it is. And that straw is dropping. That means we will get that. And And now it's just a game where we harvest. Let's go. So we've got our first part of our headland done, and we're already full. I don't think we're going to be getting a lot off of this field, but I think we're going to do okie dokie. Let's pass around a little bit. Let's get to this bad boy. Yeah. And now let's go in here and let's go and pick up some more of this straw. That way that TMR mixer could go into it, because it is made 2,800 liters already. They're not too shabby. It's definitely going to be running through stuff pretty quick. So I do want to make sure that we've got the straw. Haha, it is picking it up. That's great. Well, at least pulling up to creep on our combine harvester right here. We've got about 40,000 liters of straw, which is great. So over 50,000 liters when it comes to the full headland off of here. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. We actually have pretty easy access. Those are going to be a couple fields. That one was at field 5, maybe field 6 as well up there. Where are they? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, 5 and 10, sorry. Those two fields together, they would work pretty well if they were plowed together. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do eventually. But right now we don't have enough money for it. We do have, after selling the feed mixer, a little bit of cash, which is great. But let's be honest, we're probably going to get rid of that other Fent, and we're going to buy something that matches well with this, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we could find ourselves another Lamborghini. That would be pretty cool. We could also take the opportunity to upgrade our combine harvester, although we're really not doing a whole lot with the combine harvester. Most of what we're doing is grass work. So maybe we get some new mowers. Who knows? So what we got going on, we are getting close to finishing up the field. If we pop in and take a look, there's our field, and that's how much we've harvested. Almost everything. So close. I've actually had to use the second tipper. I got mine out. We were running out of space. Only one more little thing right there, and there we go. Oh, there's maybe a little bit. Little sprig right here. Got it. All right. So harvest is done now. We're all complete with this. The contract is still showing 80% because we have to deliver all the stuff. First, let's get the straw off this field. So now, let's party, rock and roll. We got the straw, pick it up, ready to go. There's not a whole lot of it, at least on these outside edges. Got a little pile here and there, but really not going on as much as I was expecting. Oh well, some more straw here perhaps. This will knock that out, and then we need to get up here with the rest of the crop. Now, how are we going to do that? I think we come down here, right below the main farm, and then follow that line up, over, and up again. To the Agriol. So what I've actually done is we've just kind of gone north. So through this, I may have driven through another field that wasn't mine, but it was for a good reason. Yeah. Anyway, the place that we're selling is literally just like right up here. Just right up here. So I thought this was perfect. May have to drive through somebody else's field again though, but that's all right. Oh, don't tell me that that is fenced in down here. Oh, come on. Ah, dude. Whatever. It's not fenced in down here. And yeet. Right down the hill. And we will hop in here and get this sold. One thing I am going to do real quick, we're going to pin this place. Tag it. There we go. That's what I meant. And that'll give us the exact place. It looks like right there, right below my big old head. That's where we're going to be selling everything or delivering it. I haven't decided whether we're going to sell the extra or not. I'm on the fence about it. Not quite sure yet. Regardless, this is the equipment that was with the contract, so that's why I brought this first. We know we're getting rid of all of this. There we go, 55% delivered. You know, we got a little bit of wheat left in our silos. However, our chickens might complain a little bit if we leave them be. As a matter of fact, we should probably go buy some more chickens. I think we've got enough grain to feed them right now. And I'm trying to follow the tracks right here. That way we could drive a little bit faster. I do think the tracks at Farm Sim were pretty cool. Surprised it took so long to get them, and fingers crossed that they get better. But they're not terrible. It's kind of cool. So here we go. This is the last bit of that contract. We're gonna take a look. 92%, 93, 4, 99. There it is. Bam! Saved it, and we've got 4,600 liters left. Okie dokie. I think it's pretty good. Rest of this crop will go into the silo there. I'm gonna buy some more chickens there. That way we can actually get some more eggs. Looks like we get maybe 1 or 2 pallets a month. That'll be pretty cool. And now we finally get to feed our cows. Load it up with some TMR, baby. There we go. That is looking fresh. Very fresh indeed. We'll bring this in here. Wait till we get our food triggered. There it is. TMR. Drop it in. And now the cows will be quite happy indeed. All 100 of them. There's so many. Goodness gracious. Chickens are looking good. Very happy about that. So I think we'll be all right over there. Cows are looking good over here as well. So TMR is in. All is good. You may also notice these numbers over here on the right-hand side. I'm really not sure what's up there. I think it thinks that the silo is part of it, but it's still making stuff. So there's that. I don't think we have enough slurry or manure or milk for that matter to do anything, but fingers crossed that we get enough of that soon. And one last thing before we leave, this tractor is gone. I have had enough of it, man. I've had enough of it. 55 grand in the hole. But don't worry, the tractor we're replacing it with is bigger, badder, better. Other B words, alliterations, fun. That's a really loud production. Oh yeah, and one other thing. We gotta collect from this contract. Bam. So this map is about to receive an update if it hasn't gotten one already. However, I think it's important to note that I'm still playing on the original version of the map. I have not updated if the update's out by this point because I am finishing at least the first part of the series, if not the entire series. I'm finishing the whole thing here, now, today, over the next few days. You know what I mean? On version 1 of the map. There we go. But good news! We've got our tractor in here. It is, I'll be honest with you, it's been like 2-ish weeks, maybe a little bit more since I actually recorded the last episode. It's been Christmas break. I've been taking some time off, plus I've been sick. And I decided we're going to go Valtra. I have bumped the horsepower. This thing is rocking almost 500 horsepower. It's actually, I think it's like 502. How I did that was we were rocking the full 420 horsepower engine, and I've got a 20% boost on it. And if my math is correct, sorry, it's a 504. Rock on. Yeah. Also, if anybody's curious what the DJ 306 is on the back of this, so I used to have an apartment, and it was apartment 306, and we used to call it Club 306. Anyway, that's a thing that happened. We got a big tractor now. CVT transmission. Oh, it's fantastic. I don't have the reverse driving because that was expensive, but we did get one heck of a deal on this thing. Got me a weight too. I think this is the 1500 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the 15. I think that should be enough at least for now. Doesn't match the color, but that's okay. It'll be fine. So I actually wanted to go through and find like a different color for this tractor. It's metallic, it's green. So it's actually this. You know what? Let's just spoil it. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I did this color. So we'll go in here, customize, and colors down here. All right. So this is it right here. You see the RGB, the 77-136-0. With this, what I did was I actually took the Merlot color and then made it metallic and then brought it down a little bit. As a matter of fact, I should probably add this to favorites. DjValtra? DjGoHam. There we go. Added to favorites. Now I got it. So that's it. If you guys wanted to know what the green was. Oh, am I still flying? I'm definitely still flying. All right, so we got this over at the main farm now, so that's good. But we need to give our cattle some food. These big old boys is hungry. Don't know why I actually drove this thing over here. This is a pointless thing. I just wanted to drive my new toy. Let's jump in here. Let's load up with some TMR. What do we got? 13,000 liters of it. There we go. It's not a lot, but it is enough, at least for now. We'll drive in here, boy. I've not driven in a while in Farm Sim, so this is all getting some new stuff for me today. There we go. All right, we got that in there. Let's check out and see how we're doing. I keep forgetting that we have a chicken coop. I should probably not forget that. Here we go. Here's our cows. We've got 100 of them. They're 19 months old. They're doing okay. Straw's in there, 111. The problem is the silo that I've got, it is sharing with this. I got the wrong version of the silo. Oh well, they do have plenty of TMR. Is this 45,000 liters of TMR? Really? How do they have 45,000 liters of TMR? You know what? I'm not even gonna question it. I didn't think they had that much. So, we've got a little bit of time today, and I think we can finally get some stuff put in the ground. I tried to do this in the last one, and it wasn't really working out, but I think we are ready. And I think I want to put something new in. I want to try rye. This is not something that we've got base game, so I figured it would be kind of interesting to put it in, see what happens. Also, we got a little bit of cash. Would be very, very cool if we could utilize some of that money and maybe buy more than one field that I could grow crops in. Well, I guess we could probably also sell this. If we sold Farmland 4, that'd give us 94 grand. So that'd put us up, I don't know, let's say 220,000. If we take a look around, well, that was 244. Well, it's not too bad. That's a whole lot better than this little dinky field right here. All right, so we're up to 220 now. Let's see, 244. What if we just sell this field? This field was very annoying. 33 grand for this. Can we just sell that? Be good with it? Yep. Do we have the money? We got the money. Let's buy it. Bit of a problem. I didn't think this one through very well. It is full of wheat. I didn't notice that. I guess we're harvesting then, aren't we? I thought I was gonna put stuff in the ground today. Maybe not. Big dealio, yeah. Big field, teeny tiny little combine harvester. Doesn't hold a lot. He's a small guy right here. Probably would have been more beneficial for me to take the money that I had and instead of buying 2 ridiculous tractors, probably spend a little bit of money and upgrade the combine harvester. The thing is, well, we got a Colossus in here, but that's... it's just a little bit much. There's a case in here as well, but I'm not quite sure that's the direction that I want to go. We actually had a lot of really good stuff in the used category today. This was another that I was really looking at, but we've used that New Holland before, so I didn't really want to mess with it too much. Let's see. I don't see anything else in here. Looks like we've got my version of the modded combine version. Oh, man. And then we got the Hilco. The Hilco would be pretty cool, but I don't know if they've got something like that in this area of the world or not. This area's got a lot of rich heritage, so I would assume there's 1 or 2 farmers in the area that basically have Ferraris and then the Ferraris of tractors. Anyway, let's go through here. Let's just see, enable the straw swap, make sure we're good to go. And if I can remember how to engage this stupid thing. All right, there we go. We want to run 3 headlands with the combine. Let's get her into the field and get it going. GPS just makes things all easy for me. This is going to take us a bit of time. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fast forward a little bit and we're going to see how far we can get around this field before we have to unload. We made it a good amount of way, actually. Check this out. Ah, yeah. We made it all the way to here. Not bad. So we can kind of give you guys an idea of where we are and where we've been. So we've been all the way down through here, all the way up. This area is fun. That was a lot of fun. I was going like, yum, yum, yum. Very cool. And then in here, do we have crop? We also have stubble destruction on this map too, don't we? This map just blows my mind every time I'm looking. That made no sense. No sense whatsoever. I want to drive my new tractor. Yeah, the green machine. Yo, let's hit some nostalgic numbers real quick. Do you remember when we played Farming Simulator 17 and John Deere was not in the game? What did we do? We took vouchers and we painted them. One of the greens in the game, we would make that voucher green. Well, it wasn't voucher green. You could change it whatever color you wanted. We would take that, and that was our John Deere with yellow rims. I think it was one of the only tractors at the time that you could actually do that with. Man, how time has flown. Now we've got all kinds of John Deere stuff. I don't even know, like, what John Deere mods I have. That's... This is all John Deere. I probably have like every John Deere mod that's on the mod up, don't I? Probably. I don't even know. Some of these may not even be out yet. I don't even know when this video's coming out. If you saw something that's not out yet, don't say anything. So back on the grind we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. If you guessed about the same spot, well, you'd be right. We made it all the way to here, and we haven't had to unload yet. Although we're getting about a 78 or 98, 99. Oh, we didn't quite hit the 100 mark. Hang on. We got to pull forward a little bit. I need 30 more liters. Ah, there we go. Got it. Yeah. All right. I'm so happy we got this tractor. Look at this. Look. Any weight at all. It's like, whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna pull the hill. Yeah. All right. So we loaded back up 16,000 liters. And off we go once more. One more headland. I think we're gonna miss it this time around. Yeah, we're gonna go past them just a little bit. I don't know how in the world we've been able to do that. Probably because we've been hitting them, well, headlands. Like I said, we've actually knocked out quite a bit of this field. Let's see, there's 78, 79, and there it is, 8,000 liters. Very cool, man. Guess instead of pulling forward to this one, we're gonna have to turn around, aren't we? Hopefully we don't go in our own field. This thing's got a pretty sweet turning radius. Very cool indeed. I'm loving this thing. I don't think I've used a voucher in a while. This one's not too bad. Of course, it's got all the power under the sun, so there's that as well. Just so I can go in and expedite this process a little bit, I just unloaded enough to where I can get moving again. We're gonna come down here and eventually hire this guy on a worker. There we go. We finished that. There's our line. So we want to get this thing lined up so that the worker can just start going back and forth without us having to intervene or do anything about it. Line them up. That right there. Cool. And then let's see if it does it. AI worker. Boom, boom. Don't work the headlands. Hire. And then we jump in here. And let's see if we can do a little bit of carting. Bring it down to 6 miles per hour. Oh, get a little bounce. Get in line with the straw swap, because for some reason that works well. And bam. Perfect. So here's some good news. We're going to have a lot of wheat. And because we're going to have a lot, I think we're going to have a lot to sell. And I don't know where to sell it. But we're gonna sell it somewhere. For now, we're gonna just put everything away. I don't even think I had enough to fill up the tipper the first field that we had. This field's ridiculous. Perfect timing as well. Check that out. Combine harvester's ready to be unloaded once more. Well, I guess now's a good time while the combine harvester's going back and forth. We can go ahead and start picking up some straw. JK, we gotta unload again. Rock and roll, 12 miles an hour, or 11. Yeah, whatever that is. We're gonna have a bunch of straw. I'm really not quite sure what we're gonna do with all this, but we got a bunch of straw. We're gonna have a bunch of wheat. I think we'll make some money off of all this. We need some cash. We need a big cash inflow. Flow of cash in. Yeah. We've gone a long way on this field so far. This whole bam. Check that out. You can see where I've been driving in and out of the field for sure. We got another last bit here. I think this will probably be the last trailer. It's taking us a little while, that's for sure. Picking up the straw slowly, but we are getting it up. All that's just going over to the silo so that we've got it. Again, all of the wheat will be taken. We'll sell it all. We are using some of it for chicken feed too, but I'll be honest with you, I think we're just gonna hang off on that for now. At least all the extra chicken feed that we've got. Let's go ahead and take that, spin it around, go back to the other end, do it again. But most of this will be sold. As a matter of fact, we've gotten a decent chunk off of this field anyway. We got 63,000 liters of wheat in the silo. I imagine that's, I say probably, it's definitely gonna go up to 70,000. I say we sell at least 60 of it. Ah, check it out, it came up the middle. Awesome, exactly where I wanted him to go. And there we are, full of straw. I'll tell you what, we've got plenty of grains and straw, don't we? If you could actually make money off of straw, I tell you what, we would be in business. And just as it has begun, we have finished this field, all done, all harvested. Wasn't the quickest harvest ever, and I'll be honest with you, I thought I was gonna be done with this a little bit ago. All I wanted to do was like put some seeds in a field, but now we've got this. We're gonna have to cultivate this whole field. We're gonna have to go through. We've got to pick up all the straw. There's so much to do. So this is our last bit of straw off of the field after getting everything out of it. We got another 16,900-ish liters in here. Let's dump this out and see what our total is going to be for everything. Dump, 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 and good to go. Now, straw should be in here somewhere. 371,000. That's too much straw, dude. That is way too much. Although, because we've spent all this time, we do have another 38,000 liters of TMR in here. So we could take that and dump that into the cow pasture. They'll be happy about that. And a little boop for you. Hey, there you go. Filling it up, filling it up, filling it up. How is it looking for the cows now? They are about half full, not too bad. They eat 35,000 liters a day, which is a lot, but is what it is. Taking a look, milk. See, we got 1,000 liters of it. Manure, slurry, still not really enough to do anything with, but we do have a good amount in there, so we'll keep an eye on it. So now for the wheat. What shall we do with this? Well, we've got plenty of it. Let's go ahead and, yikes, load up our first trailer full right here. There we go. Well, you know, we could always go with the old faithful. Make some, take this. Let's see. We can lease 410 bucks a day. Sure. So now we've got that. I think you know what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's check this out. We got the bakery over here. We're going to lease that for $191 a day. Sure. And we're going to get this stuff moving. So the good thing is we could dump this off right over by our farm, and then it just kind of runs itself. So we are going to take this. We will activate, and we will change the output to distributing. Then we'll go over here to our bakery, which we're going to be using the flour. We're going to activate that, and then change the output to selling. And that is how we're going to do that. And I'm sure that comes as no shock or surprise to anyone. But the good thing is we will make a whole lot more money with that working like that. So I'm very excited about that one. I got to remember how to get over there, though. It's over there to the left somewhere. I've been over here once before, I think, but I don't remember selling anything over here. At least we'll make some money. That's the biggest, most important part. Yay! There we go. Gonna come through here, and then we will dump here. Yeah, there we go. We won't make any money off of that, but that's gonna fill this up. Yeah. Looks like it holds 136 some thousand liters. I tell you what, I think I'm gonna have to change this to the very back, to the green bits here. Hang on. So we'll come here, tip side, grain door. There we go. How does that work? Is this still gonna tip all the way up? Nah, all right, cool, we're good. It's gonna take forever, but we're good. We've already made 2 flours. Yeah, very cool. She's running, man, she's running. And then to get out of here, we just spin it around and pull out the same way we came in. Cool, let's do that again. Looks like there's an NPC about to break into my bakery. How dare you? Go away. It worked. All right. This is a pretty cool place. If you could jump in here, take a look. Yeah, there's really nothing going on. But still very cool. I think it's neat. I love that we've got all these little bits and bobs and places to go into on the map. I think it's awesome. Can we not shut this door? Collect. Oh. Oh. That was a collectible. Neat. I forgot about those. Rock and roll. So there we go. We've gotten everything dumped off that I wanted to dump off. We still have a few bits of wheat left. If we pop up, take a look. We've got 10,000 left. I think that's pretty good. I think we'll just leave that the way that is. Again, we have so much straw, it's not even funny. I think we are going to have to go ahead and start disking that field a little bit because that is going to take forever. So I'm probably going to set that to disc that field while I'm editing this. Pretty sure the other weight is on the other tractor, or I sold the weight for this. I can't remember what happened to it, but either way, I don't think we need another weight on here. I think we'll be okay. Let's go ahead and take this up. That is it's such a huge field for this little disc. But we got to get it done. So let's see where they begin. I'm guessing it's, yep, right there. Alrighty. So there it is. The disking hath begun. And boy, oh boy, is it gonna take a hot minute. Today, we are going to be fertilizing. We're gonna get some seed in that field as well. And I would like to kind of move on. Holy cow, this thing is heavy. I feel like I've done enough in August and September, and I'm ready to move forward and not be in these months anymore. So we're gonna let that guy do its thing. We got some fertilizer here. This is all filled up, ready to go. Oh man, busy, but eventful. That is what we have been up to. Also, I don't know if Pichonnie Valley's update 1.1 is out at the time of this releasing, because I record these videos about a week or so before they come out, and if you're watching this in the future, sup. What you need to know is this is still the original version of the map, so if there's been any new things, any changes, I haven't done any of that. We're gonna come in here, we're gonna do that, and then we are going to go double application on here. I got a mod installed that lets me fertilize once and just get it over with. And so that's what we're gonna do. So, couple things, quick topics, knock this out. We're gonna go ahead and just fertilize this up, be done with it. And then we're gonna hire the seeder on here. And that's gonna take a while because it's like 5 or 6 meters. Boy, it's gonna take forever. Well, that didn't take a whole lot of time now, did it? No, it did not. So now that's out of the way, we've got one more thing to do, and that's put some crops in the ground. Whatever we do, we wanna make sure that eventually we'll be able to make some money off of it, but let's be honest, there's 2 episodes left. I don't know if that's gonna be the whole series or just this part of the series before we have to restart everything all over again, because, well, the new save is gonna require a new game save, so we don't really know what to do. Do we just not plan anything in it? Like, is that the move here? Don't put anything in it to begin with? I think that might be the move. You know, this is interesting because it's like, what do you do if you don't have to do anything? Do we just sell that plot of land now? We've taken everything off of it? Maybe we don't do that. I feel like we put enough work into it, but maybe we just don't put any more crop into it. I guess we don't need to, really, do we? We are going to have to mow again. That's going to take up a whole thing. I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna. We're not doing nothing. We're going to leave it sitting. Now, if you missed in the last one, we do, well, we are making bread again, as we do. Let's see, TMR. We've got a good amount of TMR in there, but I don't think the cows really need that yet. The cows, if we pop over here, take a look, there they are. They need 35,000 liters of food a day, and we got 81 in there, so I think we're good for now. We could probably just go sleep. Yeah, let's go sleep. And that was a good decision. We made money overnight, and it said something about excess animals being sold, like $1,000 worth of them. I got a sneaky suspicion that's in the chicken coop. Yeah, those chickens are sneaky boogers. We do have some eggs in here. That's cool. I guess we could sell those. There's really no point in hang on to them. Now, let's take a look at what we've got from the cows, though. This is what I'm most interested in. Oh my gosh, there's manure all over the place. Holy cow. We got 25,000 liters of manure. We got to get in here with a bucket, though, in order to get it out. Don't worry, I've got the right tool for the job for that. 32,000 liters of slurry as well. Let's see, in the milk, 12,000. So not a whole lot, but a good amount. Oi, come move. Good job. Yeah, moving on. All right, that was awkward. Very awkward. Why was that so awkward? The cow did fine. It was me. I was the problem. So let's start off by taking a look at this manure. So this is pretty, I don't know, simple, I guess. I think it's pretty simple. However, it has caused some issues with people not quite knowing how to do it. So you're curious about it? Let's check it out. This is so much easier to drive in first person than it is in third person. It's really, really confusing in third person. I do not enjoy driving vehicles like this. All right, so we're in here. We got to take our bucket and we got to bring it down to the ground a little bit. Then we click start filling. and it loads it up like this. The trigger is slow, very slow, but it's loading it up nonetheless. So let's do that. We also have a place to put the manure as well. Once we're all said and done with it, I'm just gonna open this and leave it open because I always run through here. We do have a manure pit down here. Doesn't put the manure in it, but we're going to. I'm just gonna bring it over here and dump it in. There we go, 10,000 liters, and it looks like whoever made this bucket forgot to set it up with update mass equals false. And I got a sneaky suspicion that that was me. It was, wasn't it? Where's DjGoHam's mod pack at? Here it is. Let's see. It's probably at the bottom. I have one of them, 10,000. And guess what? It's my fault. Come on. Interestingly, I do have update mass equals false in here. Right there. So why? Huh. That's how you do that. Right there. So what's the issue here? I'll be honest, I don't actually know. Oh, that doesn't have a trigger in it, does it? I have no idea why this isn't working. Weird, isn't it? That's very weird. All right, well, here's how I'm gonna fix this, because this is definitely a problem. We know we got 10,000 here, so I'm just gonna pretend. Oh, crap. I took all the diesel out of this stupid machine. There we go. We are going to empty the manure. There we go. And then we're gonna bring this back down and we're gonna load it up again. I know that I've got 15,000 more liters of manure in, so that'll remove 20,000, and then we'll just relocate the 20,000 somewhere else, probably honestly into a silo. There we go. And we will just take this manure, empty, got it. I don't know what in the world was the problem with that. That is quite confusing. Well, since we know that I've got an issue with buckets, then how's about we just take this over here and put it in here? Unless I can get manure out of this as well. If I can get manure out of this, I'm gonna be irritated. It is linked. There is some manure in it. Of course there is. And this is how we're doing that. Boom, I've loaded it once, and now we gotta, oh, hang on. Why are there two bits to load in here? I wonder if one of them's, well, it's certainly not the second one, is it? I think maybe I did something wrong. That could definitely be it. Anyway, we're moving the stuff over, so that's what matters. Oh, the manure's just on the ground now. It just dropped it out of nowhere. Oh, that's too funny. There's an easy way to get rid of this. Just come in here, boom, like that. Goodness gracious. This video is weird. All right, well, I don't think we're using this again because that did not work the way that I wanted it to. So we're just gonna park this up in here because, oh, I'm stuck in the wall. It's a, yeah, I don't like that. Well, you know, that almost worked. Almost, it almost worked. Oh, goodness gracious. So I think at this point, let's see, it's in October now. We might be able to mow again. I'm not sure if we can or not. Let's see. I know that we've got to figure out, are we doing hay or are we doing something else? Let's see. Let's load this thing up with, okay, so we don't have any more hay. So we're definitely going to have to get some of that. Let's see. We do have plenty of TMR, more than we know what to do with. So that's great news. At least the cows will be fed. And we can go ahead and knock that out now. There we go. Happy cows. Not only happy cows, full cows. They now have all the food that I could possibly put in here. Well, the grass isn't done yet, but we do have one more month that we could possibly mow it in November. So we are going to wait until then. This whole area right here is one field, 1 and 2. So we're good there. And again, we didn't put anything in farmland 10. So how's about the next day? Yep, we are good to go. That grass is all the way grown, ready to party. We're actually making a decent chunk off of the productions that we had. We made another $1,000 off chickens overnight, and we've got a lot of eggs in here. I think this is going to be prime time for selling this stuff. So maybe we just do a nice big sell of stuff right now. We'll take a Lamborghini because this will go a little bit faster than anything else that we've got. The first thing I want to do is sell the milk we've got. I think we're going to have a pretty decent amount of milk. If we pop in, take a look, let's see, milk 27,000 liters. That ain't too bad, especially for how much milk makes you in the game. There's a reason that I like having cattle on my farms. You make money and you make it quick. There's a lot of investment into it as far as infrastructure goes, but once you've gotten all of that taken care of, man, you are set. The only thing is going to be coming over here and trying to get from the milk, there we go, rather than slurry, because there's a slurry trigger right behind it. Milk is interesting on Pichonnie Valley because we've got a big place to sell it down at the bottom of the map, and that is a huge, oh, I don't think I can go this way. Can I? If we don't fall, I can. Oh, that made the inside of my stomach hurt a lot more than it should have. Whee! We now have to head all the way over to the main farm. I say main farm, the main shop area, because that's where we're going to be selling the milk. And it's a really cool place as well. We don't have enough money to buy it yet because it's probably expensive. I haven't looked, but I assume that it's expensive. However, be ready, because if we can ever afford it and if we could ever buy that place, it's really neat. The production it's set up over there is just insane. This is also why we went with the Lamborghini. Quicker, it's not 32 miles an hour, it's 39. And I tell you what, there's a big difference between 39 miles an hour and 32 miles an hour. Yes, finally over here. I tell you what, if you didn't if you thought going over to the store was, did I go in the wrong place? Nope, we're good. I just gotta get up there. Hey. How much do I weigh? Am I big? I'm fat, aren't I? 15.5. Not awful. Ooh, that trailer weighs a bunch though. Unfortunately, I haven't looked to see how much milk makes right now, but one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna run you guys over here real quick and just show you what we got. So let's see. Can we lease this? How much does it cost to lease? It's $1,000 a day. It's not bad. It's better than 350 grand. Actually, you know what? Let's lease it. Why not? We got the money for it. Bam. So unfortunately, we're not going to make any money off of the milk, but we will make money off of the products that we sell with the milk. Now, these are pretty sweet, so I'm going to take you in here and show you this now that we own it. Well, are leasing the building. So we've got all of these bays, and as far as I know, there we go, most all of them open, which is very cool. And in here, all the products, well, they pretend to come down through there, but they really appear in here, and then you can bring them over here, which is actually an auto-loading pallet sorter, which is super cool. Haha! So I'm going to go through here and see if we can open these. I don't think the last two open. No, they do not. But the rest of these do, I think. Yep, that one does, and even this one does. Oh, of course, this one does, too. Bam! We don't need all these open, but it does feel a lot less claustrophobic in here, so that's cool. Let's jump in and take a look. So we've got the butter something, Pichonnie. Yep, good butter right there, good butter. We can make all kinds of stuff. Basically, we've got the 15, or 1 in, 1 out. We've got a 1 in, 30 out. And then we also have another 1 in, 30 out here as well. I got to figure out which one of these we're going to sell, but I don't know. Both? All? Yeah, all. Why not? Activate, and then set to selling, because I don't want to do it. Yeah. Easy money. All right, there we go. So that's going to make a chunk and a half of change, and we don't have to do anything else. It's basically a big, I was going to say bakery. Why did my brain just go blah, 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 blah? It's not even a blooper. That just hurt. Let's jump it. Yay! Dairy, that's it. I'm just realizing now that I'm back over at the main farm, I was going to swap out one of the mowers that we have. Forgot about that one. Oh well, I guess it's not inappropriate to do some magic for it. So we'll run magic for you guys just so you can see the magic today. So what we got is this rear mower back here, and this is cool, but I really don't need that anymore. What I want is another set of Pottinger mowers. Recently, we've gotten some new Pottinger mowers that have come out that are like the butterfly style in the back. These guys. So we got 8.9 meter working width on there. Boom. We can rock with it. We'll go with the swathing disc and then the fold option on it. Sure. And that brings us to $34,000. And it's going to cost us some cash to have it delivered as well. Yeah, another $800 to have it delivered. But the good thing is we've got it now. So that's important. So what we can do is we can actually just drop this stuff off because I think I've sold all the stuff that I need to sell today. I should double check that. No, I have not. I totally forgot about the eggs. We've got a bunch of them and we need to get those things sold. So we're gonna take this trailer, which we haven't used yet. Actually, I've never used this trailer. Very cool, very awesome. Let's see, how do we fold those up? There we go. I wasn't even looking. I just was like just hitting buttons down here on the controller, using an Xbox controller if anybody's curious. Let's take this over. I probably should have gone the other way because it would have been much, much easier going around than trying to come up through here, but that's all right. We'll know better going out the other way, that's for sure. And here, there we go. Let's see. The trailer doesn't have straps. I think it's because the trailer's on auto load. It is an auto load, isn't it? I've got this thing set to auto load. Yep. So we're going to turn that off. And then we're also going to... Oh, that's right. We have auto load enabled here. All right. So we're going to save that. All right. We'll exit back out. Say okie dokie. Sure. So now we have straps at least. So that's good. We'll hook back up to it. And then we'll get these in. I do have a liftable mod installed thanks to Yos. So we will put those on there. And we got eggs. Would be cool to actually like auto load these up, but I don't own that in the game yet. That's actually a trailer from, actually there's quite a few people who have made those trailers. We would have been better off using one of those. It would have been a lot easier, but I don't have the equipment for it today. Maybe whenever the map gets updated. Let's load up the eggs. We got a bunch of it. It's like my magic trick there. Ah! Don't grab stuff if you're close to triggers. It scared the heck out of me. Eggs got quite a few places on here. Let's see. We have a place that we're leasing, but we're not going to take them there. We got the bar and grocery store or the Buvette du Foot. I don't know where the other one is. So we're just going to take it here. So we're going to have to come out, down, out, and around. Not too bad. So much easier going out this way. What was I thinking going the other way? Goodness gracious. Town's actually a really nice place if you're not going as fast as I am. I'm going a little bit quick, if I'm honest. All right, let's see how we get in here. I think this one will be pretty simple. Do we open this? We do. Oh, that's cool. Check that out. All right. We'll pull this in here and then we'll unload undo the straps and they should sell. Oh, they're just selling already. Well, there we go. Holy cow, 25 grand. Yes, please. Yes, please. That's what I'm talking about. Can we get out down here? I think we can. Hey, maybe. Yes, indeed. Even got plenty of room to get out of there with the trailer. Man, Black Sheep did a great job with that. All right, so now we have finally sold the things that we need to sell. Eggs are done. Milk is done. I'm not going to worry about the slurry and manure right now because it technically doesn't matter. And the manure is going to take a little while to get out of there anyway, especially since I've done it the way that I've done it for some crazy reason, which means that now is going to be all about mowing, and we get to utilize the new mowers, which are looking fantastic. Actually, these are going to do quick work of this field because it's really not the biggest grass field on earth. But I tell you what, you use these mowers, it's gonna feel like it. Since we had episode number 8, I have decided that we probably need more grass. So we actually have got grass in our field up here now. Our goal today is twofold. We need to get some silage and we need to make some hay. And because we've got fields to be able to do both, well, that makes things nice and easy. The thing is, what do we need more of? Do we need hay or do we need silage? Well, We've got 86,000 liters of silage still in our mixer, so that's a good thing. However, we have 0 liters of hay. So what I'm thinking, actually, what do we need the most of? Oh, it's the same amount. So here's what I'm thinking. We take this field right here, and we turn this into silage, and then we take our big field over here, and we take that one and turn it into hay. It does say we've got a potential yield quantity of about 80,000 liters of grass off of this field, so that's pretty good, although this one says 91,000. Not quite sure which one to believe. Gotta love it whenever you plow 2 fields together. Sometimes the game's not quite sure what to do. What does this field say? 333,000. Well, I think either way will be just fine. This is also the first time that we get to use our new mowers. Oh, I'm very, very excited about this. Let's see. So we have to fold to unfold. All right, well, that's bringing that down. Yeah. Ooh, those are a little bit bigger than I thought they were gonna be. All right, well, that's okay. Let's see. Do my buttons still work? Hey, where you can actually like lower everything down. That's very cool. Let's bring this out. It's set on, what is that? How many meters? 9 meters? That looks a little bit small, I think. Let's go 2 headlands. Yeah. Also, can I adjust the rear mowers a little bit? No. All right, well, that's cool. Got the help window pulled up behind my head because that's the way that I roll, baby. Let's go for it. We mowing? We are mowing. Yeah. All right. So the way that I normally go is I will run just like that. You see we missed a little bit back there. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Usually what I'll end up doing is running the first headland and then the second one, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of hit all the little spots that I missed. Boom. Onward, forth we go. So I am still recording this video, episode number 9, before any update comes out. When I'm recording it, however, version 1.1 is with Giants awaiting testing. So if you are curious what state, maybe you see something you're like, that's not the way that is. Well, it's because not only have I not done anything, I haven't started a new save, nothing. So that's why mine might look a little bit different than yours, and that's okay. It's certainly easier going through mowing now than it was whenever we were using the Fendt tractors. I did enjoy using them, however, boy were they difficult to manage. I did not enjoy using the Fendt tractors going uphill. Going downhill, fine, and they sounded phenomenal, but I'm really glad that we swapped them out. I will give Black Sheep Modding a little bit of credit here. That cut grass texture looks really good, and the fact that we've got stubble destruction on the grass that's down there now, I think that's very, very cool. One thing I am a little concerned about is my use of 2 headlands for a grass field. These mowers are quite wide, so we'll see how they do on the down and back. I'm skeptical. Down to the end we go. Right about there. Turn on the mowers and head down. Now we'll see if we can actually turn around when we get down to the end. Here we go. Right about there. Spin around and no issues whatsoever. All right, well, my skepticism was unfounded. Works just fine. And we got our final pass now coming up through here. Very, very nice and quick coming through this field. Nice. One other thing I'd like to do maybe is cut down those fences over there where the cows are and utilize that as a bit as well. It's actually not a bad idea. Nah, the cows are trying to get me or something. Now, probably would have been better off utilizing this this Lamborghini as the small tractor, because technically it is on this farm. However, well, we're utilizing it as the mowing tractor, I guess, today. What happens if I click the lower button on all? Will it actually lower all and unfold all? No, it does not unfold all. Unfold everything. Come on. There we go. Got it. All right, so now we're going to hit this field as well. We're going to go ahead and get this mowed up. Oh, I am off course a little bit. Let's back that up and do that again. We are going to knock this out. I'm going to run the headlands for this field, and then we are going to hire a worker and let them knock out the rest of it. so that we can actually start working on the other field. We need to get it all windrowed up. We also need to get everything done. I don't know how I'm going to do the silage. We've been doing that in the clamps, but that didn't work very well. So we might bale it up and then make silage bales out of that. We could do that. The mixer that I use actually takes bales. That's pretty cool. Oh, we'll figure it out. I'm also curious how the mower is going to handle these S's through here. You know what? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. This one's never a fun one right here, even though I just kind of cut the corner a little bit over there on the edge. Nobody's the wiser for that one. Probably would be a good idea whenever we get an update to this, if I come back and play on this map, to actually come through and kind of even that out just a wee bit out there. All right. Also found with this one, I don't know if this is a good way of doing this or not, but this is the way that I'm doing this. Come through here and then hard on the line just to get it lined up, and then back it up just a little bit more and square that field off. We'll come back on the next pass and we'll knock out that little notch. Also, something I'm now just noticing, the mower on the rear mows backwards. However, the mower on the front will not mow backwards. Something I've learned. So now I've done everything on the field that I need to do. So we're gonna hire this worker right here, and then hopefully they do what they're supposed to do. I do love these mowers though, man, those look good. All right, he's gone. Where's my voucher? Found it. Yeah, let's drop that off, and we need some tools. Oh, this does not turn. Well, no, I think it turns okay. It just feels big. It's a really big tractor for no reason. Oh, it's ridiculous. It is a ridiculously large tractor for this piece of equipment. Oh, very funny, man. Very funny indeed. All right. So we'll take this. Let's see. I don't... Oh, I hired a worker. Why did I hire a worker? No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to come in here. Hey, there we go. It's set on 3 headlands. I don't like that. 2? I don't know. Technically 4 is the better number here, so that's what I'm going to go for. We're going to come right into here and turn it on and get to it. So, as per usual, you guys have seen earlier in the series, this windrow is pretty cool because it kicks everything off into the middle, and then I could just come in on the next pass the reverse way, and it'll put it all back in. So 2 rows become 1. Maybe a 6-meter implement right now, but the swath turns into like a 12-ish meter. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I do think that... Oh, I'm missing some at the edge, ain't I? I do think that this is going to be a bell wrapping situation. We've got a baler. We haven't used it yet, so it'll be nice to utilize that. At least I think we still have it. I don't think I sold it. Did I sell it? I hope I didn't sell it. We're good. We still have it. So that is great. Let's head over here and jump back in here. So we have a baler. We got tractors that can pull it. All is good. And just like that, our first pass around is done. Now all we got to do is come down here, spin them around. Just like that, get it in line, and get right back to it. Nice! Hey, love it. Now, once again, we are all done with that, and now we just start down here and go back and forth. Got it. Wanted to do a quick check-in on the mower, and I think they are doing just fine. They are knocking this out like it is just nothing. Now, Stage 1 is completed. Well, almost completed. We got to finish up this a little bit. And now it's done. All right. Let's get this thing folded up and head up to the other field. Again, got to do the exact same thing, but up there. Ooh, I got a text message. Now this field's a little bit different because we're only going to come through and windrow in the outside edge because we're going to turn this one into hay. And I really don't want that outside edge coming to bite me in the rear end, especially with the hay getting kicked out towards the outside of the field. So we just want to push it in just a little bit, and then we'll be good. Also, the mower is done. And just like that, we're done with this step. I'm pretty sure my tedder is quite small, so the next step might take a little while. What we need to do is we need to bale 1, and we're gonna have to TED the other. Is that not folding up? There we go. Honestly, we'll probably go ahead and bail first. I think that's probably the best thing to do. We've already done like the tedding and stuff once. There we go, drop that off. So maybe this will be the fun thing to do. As a matter of fact, I didn't check what's the working with on this. Sometimes the in-game says it's different. 6.3, so we need 12.6 meter working with. Got a baler right here, back up to it. Got it, yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and set this now before I forget. 12.6. Yeah. Unfortunately for us, there are no bell wrappers that are on sale currently. So we're either going to have to buy one or lease one. And I think leasing is probably going to be the move. Just so I don't forget it, let's go ahead and have one delivered. And we are going to be utilizing the Colossus Lightning Wrap Unrealistic. This one's going to wrap a little bit quicker, which will be nice. $1,300 to lease and a $33 delivery fee. And here it is. I tried to get it the same color as my Valtra. So the rim color is the same. Everything's the same. We'll see how it all goes here. Very cool to see that we've got this Fent baler still on here. We will see the size here. Let's go 240 centimeter bales. The biggest ones that we can get a hold of. That way we the least amount of picking stuff up. And oh boy, this thing moves. Look at that. 12 miles an hour. Go, gadget. Get yourself out of here. Yeah. Uh-oh. Got a little bit too close to this right here. Can we get it out? Yeah, we got it all. We're good. We're good. By the way, this baler also has a windrow capability. I haven't looked into that, but we might take a look and maybe utilize that in the future, because this would be absolutely epic to use for that kind of thing. It would definitely save us having to go through that hayfield and do all that. Plus, we don't have to use the windrow on here if we don't want to. Also think maybe we should go with a Challenger version if we're gonna be doing this again, but you know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Just to look into it, let's see. How much does the Pro Baler cost? It's $0 to add the Pro Baler? Oh, we're definitely putting that on when we go over to the hayfield. Oh, man. Actually, we're not using this for the hay. We could. Speaking of hay, what am I doing? I am wasting my time here. We need to get this mower put away so that I can get over here with this stupid tedder and actually get to work on this field, man. Here we go. What we will do is we will, oops, I accidentally unfolded it. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and hit, I think like 2 headland passes, and then we'll hire it on a worker. That way all that gets done and we don't have to be the one to do it. I think that'll be pretty helpful here. Also, this is gonna want me to go down the center, and we are not going to do that. We are going to hit it like right here, and then we'll go into the middle later. But yeah, I want to keep this as away from the edge of the field as much as possible. All right, so what we've got is this whole setup here. I have hit the outside as much as I wanted to, and now hopefully the worker will do the rest of it and not do anything wild and crazy. Used to, we had issues with tedding. If you had any grass on the field whatsoever, any windrow, anything like that, it got bad. But Farming Simulator 25, especially using the GPS system, makes it a lot easier. You just tell it where to go, not what to do. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Moving on. So what we've got now is we need to get all of this grass picked up. We are going to have to still wrap this, and we've got that whole field of hay that is going to have to get worked on. We are going to be adding in the Pro Baler version. Yeah. Oh, yes. Get it, grab it, got it, good. That's what I'm talking about. Also, we are running low on square bale twine, so I need some of that. We're not going to use this yet, but we will be utilizing it soon. What we need to do is go ahead and make some of these silage bales so that our cows can eat, baby. Well, at least we got this now. That's good. Oh, do I not have super strength enabled? I guess not. There we go. Well, we've got it. That way I won't forget it now. Let's rock, baby. Wiki, wiki, yeah. Now, if you missed the last episode when I got this, it is the Yeet wrapper. Boy, does it go. It is from Chris and Riley, as you would expect, and it is the Colossus version. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy. I need that bell back. Can I have that? I need that bell. Oh, give me that bell. There we go. Got it. We're good. You gotta be careful. If you yeet these bells too much, they will go off into the distance, and you gotta be careful. Even with a regular bell wrapper, we run into some serious problems, so we want to make sure that we have zero problems here. So we'll keep the bells away from each other. Uh-oh, we got a cow out. I think the nav mesh is it's a little bit different. Oh boy, we'll have to make sure we get that cow back in his pen. I think that's all the bales. Best thing to do, at least that I normally do, is I just fly over real quick. And if anything looks out of place, like these, normally I do white bales just so I can see them easier, but yeah, it looks like we're all good. I think that's the last time that we're gonna need the bell wrapper. If I find any grass bells, I will just get over it, I guess. There we go. So that is one done. We still need to pick these up, and that is gonna be done with an auto loader. Also, I haven't checked. These silage, right? Crop type, grass, field, bale, me, silage. Hey, all right. Just a quick update on the tedder. Here is where they are, and it does look like they are getting everything perfect. Man, I tell you what, it's a big field. It's a very big field. Last time I was in here, I pointed the tongue of this trailer right. Perfect. Yeah, there it is. That poor cedar, man. That thing is, the weight is really weird with that. Let's customize. Let's come in here. Folding mechanism, yes. Auto load, also yes. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. Bam, boom, got it. Now we'll hook back up. And let's see, we're in operating position currently. You guys are curious where we're at. And now we'll go into transport position. And we should just be able to pick up these bells. Why is that over there? I did not like that. Reset, load, there we go. All right, now we're fine. Oh, this is loading up weird. Look at this, it's kind of stacking. Oh, that is peculiar, to say the least. Usually it gets like a whole flat level, but I don't know, this could be beneficial. Not for us, but maybe for you guys. If you're like me, maybe you like to stack up your bales, and doing it this way might allow you to stack them in a single place a little bit easier. I think, yeah. I mean, that'd definitely be one way of doing it. It just makes the front of the trailer a little bit heavier than you would expect it to be, but I guess that's all right. I didn't actually count and see how many bales we got, but I think we're gonna have too many for one trip, so we may have to come back and do a second trip. Or not. Where are these other bales gonna go? On top again? Oh man. All right, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got room for one more. Don't tell me I made enough. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Let's see how this tractor does going uphill. She doing fine? I think she's doing just fine. This is a pretty cool setup. I did try and go with some French equipment because this is, well, it's in France, to be fair. I tried to go with some French equipment, and I think we've done a pretty good job. Maybe not all of it, but some. I think we did pretty good. I have definitely enjoyed playing on the map. There's still a lot that I want to do. I feel like the first 10 or 15 episodes, there's really not a lot that goes on. Let's see, let's go and drop that there, and let's see where the trigger is for the silage. It's on the ground, isn't it? Yep. All right, well, let's load up, I guess. There's that. Now we need to get these bales. We got one up there that just doesn't want to behave. I got all of them except for that one. Of course I did, man. Of course I did. I don't know how this is gonna work.
but I have a sneaky suspicion that it's not. So let's put this, let's see here. Can I just get that bale to fall in there already? Come on. I know there's a trigger right there. And get over there. This isn't working. Whatever is going on, the trigger is not wanting to pick it up. Hey, we got it. All right. So we'll drop the bales here, and then slowly but surely, there we go. Yes. Hey. All right, and now we will load these up. We will do the exact same thing. Bring them over. Ooh, the bales like to fly a little bit. We'll drop those there, and slowly but surely, they will load in. And there we go. They're loaded in. And we'll take a look, double check. Silage, 282,000 liters. Sweet. So now we're gonna go make some hay bales, and I'm gonna drop off my bale trailer down here. I don't know if that's the best place to put it, but that's where I'm gonna put it. And we are gonna utilize this baler the way that it is. Oh, I'm kind of excited. I did the mod preview of the Quadra Pro baler pack, but I haven't been able to actually do anything with it. So kind of excited. All right, there we go. Loading up with our square bale twine. We are good to go. And we are still set on 240 centimeter square bales. Now, would this be easier with a loading wagon? Yes, a whole lot easier with a loading wagon. Oh, did he just finish too? Dude, he just finished. Yes, all right. We'll do kind of a quick once over just to make sure he didn't miss nothing. That all looks good over here on the edge. Check that. That all looks good. I think we are ready to go. Quit trying to hire workers. Now I gotta remember how to open this thing up. I know, let's see, we got that. We've got the lower. Let's see. And then we bring this down. Yeah, there we go. And it goes to a certain point, and then one more click. Down it goes. I don't remember what they're working with. It says it's 14. We'll see if that's right or not. 14's probably enough to just run a single headland. Turn it on and come through. Okie dokie. Yeah. Oh man, it's so nice not to have to come through here with a windrower. There's our first hay bale. We got a little bit of ghosting going on there with the artifacts, but that's fine. Usually they're fine if you go from like above, from down below. Sometimes they like to hang out a little bit, but still very good. So we made 30 grass bales that turned into silage. So we'll have to see how many of these bales we make. That's bale number 3 right there. Is that right? Well, that's 3. There we go. That's 3. This is the toughest part, honestly, is trying to get around the bales that you've already made. Just so you can do this. Matter of fact, probably going back and forth was a better idea than trying to run a headland. We may want to come through and pick up the bales on the outside, because that is not going to be fun. This windrow is going to get all up in my way. I didn't think about that. But this is super cool. Check this out. Ah, that's awesome. Ooh, I'm learning something new. The windrow also picks up backwards with this as well. So windrow's in if you're going backwards, but the baler doesn't pick up backwards. Interesting. I guess the baler wouldn't if the windrow's going backwards too, huh? I didn't think about that part. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We've got that all done. We're gonna turn this off. We're going to force unload the bales that we've got. I guess we'll just leave that sitting there. Now this is gonna turn into our bale trailer, and we're gonna go get all the bales that we made around the headland. Usually you can just snag a bale off of there. There we go. Nice. Now I don't know how many of these I made. I guess I could find out. We made 14 of them. Not quite 30, but you know, just for the headland, I think we did okay. Bam! There we go. So now, all we gotta do is do a little bit of back and forth dancing on this field to make a whole bunch more of these hay bales. Turn them on and get it going. Yeah! Man, I think we're doing all right. Here's what the field's looking like so far. I do think it's cool that this just works so we don't have to be in there right now. You could, I guess, hire a worker with this. I'm not. Oh, we missed a little bit. Boo. Well, that's all right. We'll leave it be. We could I guess, hire a worker with this, but I'm not going to. I enjoy doing this job. Grass work is kind of my thing in Farm Sim, so yeah, we'll just keep doing this. So one thing that I did do, this was set at 14 meters, and I was starting to miss a little bit here and there, so what I've done is I just moved it down to 13 meters, and I did have to kind of realign a little bit. As you can see, we're not quite in line with where we were, but this line now, this row, will be. And you can see we've got just a little bit of overlap on each side. I think this is better. We don't have to come through and hit another row twice. Sure, we're missing out on one row every 14 when we do, but we're also not missing anything. So there's that. I don't know if I would recommend doing this for you. You may have something that happens different, but for me, for the Quadra Pro, setting at 13 meters, as you can see, I'm having no issues now, which is good. Very, very good. Oh, cut the corner. Oh, we missed a little bit. That's all right. Let's back it up. Back it up, back it up. Oh, of course. Of course it just jackknifes into there. Hey, we got it. All right, all right. Back to normal. And here we are. Well, it says we're up to 71 bales. Let's see what happens when we empty these out. Get on off of that thing. There we go. We are up to 73. Hey, which means we made 43 bales. That is quite a few. Back over in the hayfield, and I do think that maybe, just maybe, this tractor doesn't do as good of a job pulling a big, heavy trailer as our Valtra did. So we will give our poor Lamborghini a break. This Lambo has gone through so much today and done so much extra work. We'll give him a little bit of a break, and we'll just swap it out for the Valtra here in just a second. I can pick up these bells. Did I really miss that one? Come on now, don't be missing bells. Got it. Don't know if this is going to cause any trouble or not, but here we go. We'll swap these out. Yeah, we got just a little bit more power in our... No, wrong tractor. There we go. We got a little bit more power in the Valtra. It's a little bit bigger, weighs a little bit more, so we've just got a little bit more heft to it. Also, we've got rear weights on here, which kind of helps everything sit low. All right, let's see if we could do this one more time here. Take that, fold, unload, get them to the side, drop, and some of the bales will go, and they are. Hopefully those that stack are gonna go too. Oh, tell me they go. Hey, well, kinda, didn't they? Load those up, and we'll unload these. Boop, just like so, and they're loading up. Nice. Let's go do it again. I guess to be fair, there really wasn't a whole lot left on this field, was there? Is this it? Is that everybody? We'll take a quick look, sneaky peek, double check, make sure no bells are on the field, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. All done. Okay, cool. So now we got to figure out what in the world we are gonna do. What we've got is a TMR mixer that is just absolutely stacked full at this point of TMR, or will be, especially day after today, or day after day after day. We're gonna have a lot of manure in there as well, but we're not getting that because for some reason the tools that I'm using to get the manure are not working the way I would expect for whatever reason. Not sure what's up with that. I don't think it has anything to do with the map. I think it's all to do with me, so don't you worry about that. We also have quite a few productions that are doing stuff for us right now. We'll pop in here, take a look. Looks like we need some mineral feed. Oh, did we get, how much hay did we end up getting? Okay, we got a little bit more, so we're at 343,000 liters of hay. So we got about what it said we would get. Actually, I think we got a little bit more. Silage is on point. We're good there. Plenty of straw. We have more straw than we know what to do with, so we're okay there. I think at this point, because we're kind of like just gonna let everything run out, it's really how much are the cows going to make us over the next few days or weeks or months. We're gonna have a lot of TMR. So in order to make a few adjustments here, we're gonna load this guy up with straw because I'm pretty sure we have more straw than we know what to do with in here. Yeah, we do. We have plenty. While that loads up, let's go over here. Let's set a purchase point for our stuff. Let's see, right about there, that'll work. And let's have a few things delivered, AKA not silage additive. Where's the thingy for cows at? Here we go, we'll get some mineral feed. I don't know if 8 of these is too much or not. Is it gonna take them? Nope. It made them way too far over. That's all right. We know how to fix this. Boop, 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 and one more boop. There we go. Okay, we're good there. We got some mineral feed in. Doesn't use a lot of mineral feed, but probably wouldn't hurt to have, I don't know, another set of that. Let's just go ahead and buy some of that real quick. See, mineral feed right here, 8 more. Got them. And now with this one, we're actually gonna grab these and just kick them in. Yeah, there we go. Half the work, twice as much something. So now at this point, it's really just how well have we prepared our cows. It is currently November in year 1, so we've gone August, September, October, November. Really not far into it at all. And I think we're gonna have way more food than we possibly know what to do with. And I'm cool with that. So let's start ticking away the days. Oh yeah, and we've got stuff for our chickens too, don't we? I didn't even think about this. Oi, chickens, where you at? This might actually be a good reason to use the red rock. She's a little bit heavy. For some reason, my bucket doesn't know that it doesn't weigh anything. I don't know what's happened. I have made a detrimental error at some point when putting this bucket together. Maybe I should just leave it to the professionals. Oh, I can't even get to the chickens. Oh, this sucks. We've made it. But at what cost? Here we go. Go up and in. Yes. Very nice indeed. We'll just kind of leave that there, I guess. Hopefully we've gotten enough done. Did it fill up? It filled up. Hang on a minute. Chickens. Oh, just barely almost, like there's 5 liters left. That's it. Okay, cool. Make time go bye-bye. Make time go bye-bye. Here we go. All right, we did absolutely incredible overnight. As you can see, we're up to $162,000 currently, and that is all thanks to, over here, these guys. We are making the stuff, we're making bread, and on top of all of that, our milk. The milk is done wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Because we have gotten so far into this now, I think what I want to try to do is place this guy down. This should act as a bit of a expansion from manure and slurry and the milk, and hopefully deliver some of those things for us. This is from the Lazy Distribution. This should just kind of like, what's the best way to do it? Oh, does the trigger not work on this? I forgot the trigger doesn't work on that. All right, we'll come over here nonetheless. Here we go. Where are we at? Lazy Distribution here. So we will need to load this up, but it should work after that. We do have a few things around. I guess I could also delete the other bits and bobs that work. So let's see. Let's manure selling, milk we want to distribute, and then slurry is going to be set to selling as well. And we want to activate, and activate. So that's that. That should help us out. Well, not with all of those, but some of those. So for example, like this slurry container here has 74,000 liters in it. So there is that. We probably also need to get rid of this silo, but it's got a bunch of straw in it. Let's see, how much straw? Why does it have hay in it? That shouldn't have hay in there. Why is there so much hay in that? When did we make that much hay? All right, well, I'm not going to delete that. I guess whatever happens with the slurry and the digestate, we'll just let that be. However, with the milk, this is what we really want to be selling. Can we straighten that up a little bit? There we go. I've got the axle blocker on so that I could just simply back it up over here. Oh, I could dump the milk this far away. Okay, cool. There we go. So now that should show up in here, and it has. Sweet. I wonder if I could do the same thing with the slurry. Can I just give it a try? slurry, 82,000 liters. Let's see what happens. At this point, it's like, I wonder what will happen if I do this. That's where we're at currently, because the series as it is done. So now it's just doing funny stuff, trying to find something that's interesting. All right, there we go. So we had 82,000 liters of slurry in there. We're gonna bring this over here and we're gonna dump this in here. But I am curious, do we still have slurry over here? No, we don't. I talked to Black Sheep Bonding because I was a little bit confused because there's like multiple places where the manure shows up. Like here, for example, there's manure in there, I think. There's manure in here. There's a lot of manure in there, to be fair. There's a little bit of this and a little bit of that all over the place. And that's cool. I'm just having a hard time understanding some of it. I don't know what goes where. I guess we could delete that liquid manure tank, but it's not going to do anything because it's connected, so... Oh well, I think that's probably about as far as I care to take all of that. So we'll just back this up to the manure, or the milk, sorry, right there. And we'll go from there. Food, 116,000 out of 150. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we set ourselves up for success. Greatly set ourselves up for success. We've done alrighty. We've already doubled our money again overnight. Let's see. Taking a look at this. Manure is going into it. Thank goodness. Slurry is as well. It does look like milk is going in. However, if we come over here, it's actually not. So we will have to continue loading up the milk, but I honestly think this is probably a little bit much. I think we did overdo it a bit. We would have made way too much money like immediately the next night. Tell you what, the milk on this map, overpowered. Way overpowered. Way too much. Way too much. How much slurry? 25,000 liters overnight? Jeez. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Also, we've made 680 some thousand liters of TMR, if you're curious. Apparently, it has snowed and it is beautiful, and my textures are slowly trying to catch up. Chickens have made a whole bunch of eggs, apparently, so we need to move these out of the way. There we go. I know, I hear you guys. I hear y'all chickening in there. Actually, you know what? I think there's something that could help us with the chickens, too. Isn't there? Yeah, lazy distribution for eggs. I forgot about this. So we could actually take this and put it in here, and any eggs that fall should just do their thing. So we could come in here. We already have 1,000 liters of eggs that have gone in there. It's set to storing now, but what we could actually do is change this to selling. Activate it. Now, put these eggs back in, and all the eggs that we get will sell. Lazy distribution's the best, man. Y'all wonder why that's like in one of the top like 5 mods ever? Because look at that. There's 6,000 liters of eggs in there, and guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna sell them all. I don't have to do anything. Also, since you've been here, the silage is actually what has ceased production on the TMR, if you were curious. I am also curious in here. It doesn't look like our bakery is doing anything anymore, nor is the mill. So we can actually find these places and we could sell them, right? I gotta remember how to do this. I think it's sell from leasing. Yeah, that's it. That's how we got rid of that. And then we need to visit this place as well. Click that, and then Can I not click anywhere? Ruh-roh, Raggy. I don't know if I could get rid of this one or not. It'll let me upgrade it, which is really silly. Oh no. All right, so apparently according to the mod, if you click on it, there we go. Sell leasing of the mill. Yes, but I didn't think it should give me that much money. I didn't do anything. Oh, you know what? I think it's probably interfered whenever I went in and like was checking out settings. Yeah, but we don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm still leasing the production here. Actually, a lot of milk has gone in, so that's great. We could probably upgrade this. 385 grand? No, let's not worry about that. Although, now that I've gone onto that menu, it's this way, right? Nope, it's over here. I don't... I can't click on anything, man. It's not letting me click on nothing. I don't know how any of this works. I am intent on going through an entire year in here. It's pretty common for me to barely get through anything in a certain amount of time. So let's come in here. Let's load this up the rest of the way. Got it. And I think I'm gonna have to actually drive forward, aren't I? I hate this so much. I think about the only way to actually do this properly is just throw the bucket on the ground, but it's working. And we'll go ahead and give whatever this is left. Chickens get that. Perfect. All right, so chickens are good. Eggs are selling constantly, which is great. And we get to make money off the chickens every time they sell. We are making a lot of stuff in here. We're getting a whole bunch. So food is full. Milk, we keep getting $15,000 or 15,000 liters every single day. We got a lot of manure. We got a lot of slurry. Some of it is selling. Some of it is not. I get the sneaky suspicion what is not is going in here. Nope, still 20,000 liters of manure in there. Interesting. And there used to be more. Oh, there was wheat in here. There's still a bunch of hay, though. I don't know how I got that much. And the production still, it doesn't seem like we can get through this milk fast enough. So I'm currently leasing this, but I don't know how to get through it. What happens if I upgrade a lease? Nothing. Nothing happens. We just have it. Course. At least that should speed the process up. I also think it's pretty clear that if you do any type of cattle on this map and you go through with that stuff that I've done, which was, to be fair, not a lot, I think you will be just fine. We made a pile of money without doing anything. Almost overnight, we made back all the money that we spent upgrading that. That's great. That's fantastic, man. Just to kind of make things a little bit easier on myself as well, we're going to come in here and we're going to place down one of those and two of those. Bam. So now all of our TMR should go to that with the cow feed. As a matter of fact, we probably didn't need to put down two of them. I'm gonna delete one of these because we don't need to have two in there. Let's see, lazy cow feed distribution. Yeah, all right, that's better. That's probably gonna be better. All right, set this to storing. We need to activate straw's really not gonna need to do much because straw's doing its thing. As a matter of fact, we can deactivate that now. But TMR, we need that, and we need this to be set to distributing now. So let's set this, change the output to distributing, and that should now come to here, which will then drop it off into our cow feed. Should do that anyway. All right, moving on. After a little bit of time, this should pop up. I'm going to maybe fast forward a bit of time just to see, do we get some pallets that start to spawn? I don't know if it spawns like every hour. It should spawn at least at the hour. There we go. Alrighty, so that's gonna fill that up nicely. Let's see, TMR, oh gosh, it's already full, 250,000 liters over there in that. Telling you, man, telling you, it is one awesome way to do it. Chickens still looking all right, however, their food is going downhill rapidly. And cattle looking all right, a lot of slurry, plenty of manure, more straw than we know what to do with. So I think now we're just kind of on autopilot. Yeah. Although we still need to load up on milk every day. So there's that. I realize that I'm just being ridiculous at this point. One thing I wanted to do was I wanted to avoid having anything in the silo when it was all said and done. And I do know that there's a lot of hay in there, but also I know we've got quite a bit of manure, and we do not need to be dumping out of the grain door for manure. There we go. We'll do regular tipper. There we go. That's more like it. I got to figure out how in the world to get all that manure out of in where we've got it. I think I've got a couple ideas. So if we jump over here to telehandler tools, I should have something in here. Maybe this one, universal shovel with camera. This has capacity up to 106,000 liters. It's not too bad. Let's lease one, and then we'll find this guy. Yeah, we don't need to be over here anymore. Now, if I remember correctly, this bucket is comically large, so be ready. All right, well, good news. We got it. Bad news. It's in here. I think I can get in here with it. Hey, there we go. If I can get the manure out with this, I will be very, very happy, because I did not code my bucket appropriately for it to actually work. Let's see here. Bring it down. Start filling. It shouldn't weigh anything. If it does, I'm gonna blame this telehandler, and I don't want to, because I love this telehandler. We'll just leave that sitting for now. Let's see. Slurry, we've got that filled up. I need to move this guy out of the way, because I don't think we're gonna need to use this tipper for anything anymore, so we'll just drop that there, I guess. I also need to move the hay from the silo, which I didn't know I had a bunch of hay in a silo. We'll move that over here to the TMR mixer. This is just a ridiculous, like, just everything that we're up to, trying to get rid of all the products that we made, which means we made too many products. Way too much. All right, where's hay, and why is there so much in here? There's so much straw. Why is there so much of all of that in here? You know what? Nah, man. Nah. We're just gonna sell this silo. We're gonna sell it with the hay and with the straw in it. We can't use it for anything now, so there's no point. We will just come in here, wait for that to finish. There we go. And now we sell that. And now we've made some money off of it. So that's less products that we have to worry about. We'll drop that there. We'll come over here. That's filled up with some slurry, and we'll keep going. We got May, so June and July, and into August, so 2 more months. Three more months. All right, so we got $1.5 million. I have not cheated in anything other than trying to get stuff taken care of. We probably would have made a lot more money if we would have kept the hay and the straw that we had. We probably could have made more from it just from selling it. This thing's pretty cool, man. That stores a lot of slurry. We had way more TMR than we could possibly have used. The cows seem to be pretty happy about things. They've been chowing it up. And in here, we've got about 14,000 liters of manure left on the floor. And I don't think this is going to be able to pick it all up. So there is that. Speaking of, we still have so much milk over here in this production. Like, I could keep upgrading this thing for days, and I don't think it's going to keep up with what we've got going on. So we probably need to buy like 2 of those at this point. But the good thing is, this is almost full. Of course. Moment of truth, though. Is it too heavy? Nope. That means I made a mistake in my bucket modding. Let's just go ahead and dump this in here. That way, at least we've done it. And unfortunately, it's a rainy day for the end of the series. It has been fun. I think if I had to go back, I'd probably spend a little bit less time focusing on the cattle and maybe a little bit more time focusing on some of the newer productions. It's definitely easy to get caught up just doing the same thing over and over and over again. There's also a fish farm over here, which I really didn't even look at, except for the mod preview. So that would definitely be something that I would focus on a little bit more. There's a lot going on over there. I think you guys would have a lot of fun with that as well. Plus, all around this map, there are way more farms than just the one that we were on, though that is the main one, and it's based off of a real life area. So, you know, I think we did okay. But nonetheless, that is going to be it for this one. I'm not sure if the series will be returning or not. If it does, I will keep you updated. If it doesn't, well, then we will see you on some kind of North American USA map, probably one from Celobuki next. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.